Makes it easier, you know.
That's right.
As long as it's clean, at least
all
first couple minutes have to
I'll
be
try
clean.
and keep that in mind.
You know. Oh. How did that happen?
We can do that, or we can do.
And how? What? This is so weird. Oh no!
Uh-oh. Was that me or you?
That's you.
I guess that's me.
Are we live?
There we go. That should be better.
Is this on?
Apparently, because it was feeding back. I gotta pause it at the right moment so I don't have to look at my face.
Oh, cool. All right, here we go.
Let's get it started. It's Sound Machine night. Sound Machine.
What was that sound? That sounded like chewing.
Ouch.
Oh, it's the same thing?
Maybe when you play them and yeah. Your clapping still works to full capacity.
Yeah, but my thumbs down button?
Yeah. That's so strange.
Doesn't do anything.
Just doesn't have enough power to do that, huh? Wait a minute. That's what we're looking for.
There we go. Thank you so much.
None of those. Let's get some thumbs up and let's.
We want a lot of these. We got 22. Let's see. We got 41 watching. So yeah. So we should at least get, you know, we got 44 watching. So we should at least have double
in the right direction.
Double the thumbs ups. So please leave those. And by the way, this is Johnny Beane and John BL 5150. Welcome to Straturday Night Live.
Welcome all.
I think it's Saturday.
I think we're live.
And this is our weekly show where we talk about music, guitars, anything, pretty much anything you want.
Everything, anything and everything.
Anything and everything, but this show is like all these shows. They're very loosely based on Van Halen content, which we love. You know, I'm wearing a Van Halen jacket. Right there, that Steve Anderson gifted me. Thank you so much, Steve Anderson.
I wish I had some Van Halen relevant gear, but I guess this is definitely relevant in several ways.
Right behind you, I see the shirt. I see that.
Right, heaven help us all.
Yeah. Did we find out what that was from?
I don't know. You had your theories, right? You thought it was what was?
Hang on, John BL.
Uh-oh. There it is. The John BL signal. Nice.
Thank you, Cobra Kai Platoon, for the John BL, the John Bull signal.
John Bull. That's right.
And speaking of Cobra Kai, thank you for the graphic. Brand new Johnny Beane T-shirts. Nightbot should have the link. Well, there it is, right there. Nightbot has it. If you want to get a brand new Johnny Beane T-shirt, there we go. And maybe we'll have more. You know, a lot more coming up.
Definitely.
Cobra Kai, I see you. Thank you again so much for everything you do, man.
Cobra Kai.
Thank you. Cobra Kai, everybody. Yeah. Take a bow, Cobra Kai.
Thank you for all you do.
For all you do.
This thumbs up for you.
This thumbs up is for you. You know, for all you do, this Neanderthal is for you. Hey, man.
Yeah.
What up?
See, John, this is where I change the thing over, like I was just talking about.
Excellent.
Oh,
on the fly, so we can see that phone number and those graphics.
Oh, look at you with your little.
Well, we need one more person to be able to do that.
Oh, what am I?
Wait, no, that's not right.
You
there it is.
Of course,
there you go. That's what you're looking for.
Thank you. And by the way, this is a podcast. where you can listen to us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher. I'm just doing this by memory. I got so many cards I can't even think.
Blah blah blah, and that too. And
Everywhere, radio.com, wherever you get your podcast, just search Johnny Beane. And the most important thing, of course,
I get my podcasts at podcast1.com because my company owns it. Not my company, but the company.
Excuse me.
I'm currently indentured servitude to.
My company.
That's the dream one day.
To own a podcast company?
To be on podcast.
In 2001, during the .com days, that was wonderful. But
and since this is a podcast, you just talk over each other, and it's entertainment. Right, Clayton James Hicks, I see you on Facebook. You just did something. Oh, you're sharing the video. Thank you so much, Clayton. Yes, and executive producers here on YouTube, Charles Green, Joe Christian, The Chad, Wayno, Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, Susan Silvestri, Bent Tom, James Gum, Jarhead Rock, Frank Corcoran, Michael Smith, who will not be here tonight. Hope to see you next week, man. Stephen Franklin, Dan Halen, John Moronic, Jim Ray Hawkins, Voodoo Child SJ, Mike Neese, and Steve Carmichael.
Wow, Steve Carmichael gets a whole fanfare now.
Yes.
It's bad enough we swing from his nuts for 30 seconds after we announce his name.
Steve Carmichael.
He's Steve Carmichael. He's Steve Carmichael.
The thing about Steve Carmichael is he has the indignity of being the last. He's like the Mr. Irrelevant, the last guy listed, and yet he gets the biggest fanfare.
Mm-hmm. Well, you want to be the first or the last,
Yeah.
Anybody in the middle, nobody remembers.
The for those that don't know the reference,
we
Mr.
love
Irrelevant. Mr. Irrelevant is the last guy that gets picked in the NFL draft and usually doesn't make the team. Although there's been a couple of guys that have actually won Super Bowls as Mr. Irrelevant. So you never know. There's always a chance.
And there's your sports moment, folks.
Yep, that's it. We're done.
Yeah, thankfully. Yeah. All right. What was I saying? Top tier of the channel membership here on YouTube are the executive producers. So if you'd like to become an executive producer or just a channel member in general to help support the channel, click the join button, which is right below the thumbs down button, which we're currently at 1. Thank you so much.
2. We're already at 2.
Yep.
Oh, thank you again.
Yep. Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. Indifference is death. So whether they like it or they hate it, they responded to it. Most people go through life and don't respond. They don't do anything. C students are not notable. So either you give a thumbs up or you give a thumbs down. At least you had your voice heard.
Yes. Yeah, and at least say hi in the chat so we know who you are.
Hi in the chat.
It was some name we've never seen before. Thank you. We're currently at 3. Thank you so much. What else?
What
else?
I may tap out early because I have to work tomorrow, just in case.
Yeah, we were talking about.
Sorry. Yeah, it's a rarity that I have to work on a Sunday. So
we'll just keep doing. Cool. We'll just keep doing that until you stay.
But he's here.
I know. Why would you boo me while I'm here? What the hell?
That's not a boo. You want the boo?
No. It's funny. I've had this thing for a couple of months now, and I still don't know what each button does. I know that's the money. Yeah, I got that one. That's an awful lot of noise. That sounds like a plate glass window breaking, but the symbol on here is like a wine glass. And that is the biggest wine glass possible if that's the case.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It could be like a slowed down wine glass. Make it sound much bigger and longer.
Sounds like a plate. It sounds like somebody like Mel Gibson going through a plate glass window in Lethal Weapon. It doesn't sound like somebody dropping a wine glass at all.
No, it sounds like someone in a studio hitting a plate glass window with a hammer. Yeah, and it falling into 10 pieces. Sounds large.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Randy Watson. Randy Watson is here. Randy. Watson. Great to see
Watson.
Randy.
You probably remember him as Joe the policeman from the What's Going Down episode of That's My Mama.
I do remember that.
You know what? I do. Yeah, exactly.
Randy
What he
Watson.
said.
What else do we have to get out of the way, John?
I love that you
what
continue to
else?
display the headless Wolfgang.
No, that's
Actually-
a headed Wolfgang.
Actually, that Wolfgang
Oh,
has
okay.
has a top to it. No, that the headless Wolfgang has been repaired.
What?
Yes,
Oh my
Repaired
goodness.
or replaced the neck?
repaired. It's been
That thing
repaired.
looked like it was unrepairable.
Oh, come on.
I'm not going to tell the story yet, but it has a great story behind it. Everybody's going to think is just incredible.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for. No, it's going to look like it's
Looked like a pretty clean
brand
break.
new. It's going to look like it's totally brand new, and it's in the right hands.
Let me ask, are you getting it
Amazing.
done for free?
Probably yes.
You rotten cocksucker.
They reached out to me.
Then it's
Uh-huh.
worth.
They,
It's
they reached out and they said, "Hey, I want to fix that for you." And
good.
thank you.
Yeah, it's
Can we
awesome.
say who it is, or
Not yet. I'm not
Okay.
going to say who it is
Okay.
yet. I want to wait till it's done, and maybe they'll be on the show.
like I said, it's all about what we can't say.
Yeah, you can't say that.
I didn't get the list of things we can't say this evening, so now I have unlimited power.
Speaking about power, new feature here. You know, again, we got the John Bale signal. So,
Cobra Kai platoon once again. Hello, Sandra Picorni.
hey, Sandra. Hey now.
Hey, Sandra.
Hey now.
Welcome.
So we got that, and then let's see. Of course, if you want to help support these shows, we got the lights in the background. You can change the color. Just send a super chat with any questions or comments, and it's like magic. It really is. It's magically delicious. And what else? We should get the sponsors out of the way first thing instead
Yeah,
of
let's
like
keep
3
going.
hours into it. You got Colonel's
Sponsors?
popcorn.
Do they really sponsor, or do you just give them
About as
tokes
much
and they-
as Bang Energy drink.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no real sponsorship here. It's just you mention them, they'll give you extra popcorn.
Yes. Yes. Well, they
But
sponsor.
we do love Colonels. They're,
I'm not saying we don't love them. I'm just saying, how about a
I
little
mean-
money?
I mean, look at it. Look at
that
that.
says it all right there.
Yep, that's all you need to know right there.
I've been working on that. I think I got it in a good place right now.
Getting ready for your summer bod, are you?
That's right. That's right.
Yes. Yeah, they're delicious. And then we got Tessie Switch. There we go. If you want the best kill switch out there, go to Tessie Switch. And you can use code JohnnyBean15 when ordering from tessieswitch.com/shop. There you go.
Yeah, we saw that, Paul. That's all right.
No, I'm literally, I can't believe at 9:15 I'm yawning. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
What are you drinking? What do you
Oh, I'm not
drinking? A
drinking.
Pepsi? or
I'm drinking. Yeah, I'm drinking. I drink what I always drink. A Pepsi
Good.
Zero.
It's got caffeine, right?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I'm a caffeine addict. It doesn't have any effect on me.
Well, drink 7 of them and it'll work.
Yep. And I'll piss all night.
The same as if you drink
Yeah.
7 waters. How many? What's your record? You've drank.
I don't know. I think I've done 9 waters in 3 hours
9
here, so it's
yeah.
3 an hour.
You'd be
That's
peeing a lot from that too.
Yep, I was. It was tough.
That's actually really good for you, I think.
Yeah, they say it's good for you, but you can actually die from it.
Oh,
Well,
it's called. There is a name for that.
That's
Yep.
not good.
hydro.
Yeah, hydroasphyxiation or something like
Something
that. It's
psycho. Is that hydropsycho? I don't know.
I was in Sacramento when that
Just
happened.
be careful.
It sucked. There was this woman who was participating, and it was called "Hold Your Wee for a Wee."
I was about to mention that.
Wow, what an intro!
Yeah, and
Hey now.
and she hung on
Hey,
to
man.
the water, and she was bragging that she could drink more water. It was like, how much water can you drink before you have to pee? The last person to pee wins. And she was holding on to it and holding on to it and holding on to it. And as it turns out, when she went home, she wasn't feeling well. She went to sleep and never woke up.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, she basically drowned internally.
For a Wii. Is that what
Yeah,
you said?
for a Wii video game. Yeah, it was worth it though. She won.
The system. Yep, I
Yeah, it
remember
sucks.
that.
Well
It sucks
done.
because the morning show are friends of mine, and some of the people that were involved in that are still in therapy, 10 years later.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, it sucked. It was just an awful radio. I mean, it was a benign radio bit that became really, really tragic.
I wonder how many times that's happened. It's like the. No,
Wait.
I don't want to go in that direction. We don't need to go in that direction.
Jean-Biel.
No. It was just an awful tragedy.
Like the Who in Cincinnati, something like that should never have happened, but it's because of somebody took a wrong turn somewhere. And
wasn't there a contest for Who tickets? Was it Hold Your Poo for the Who?
That sounds about right.
I probably have the world record on that. I used to only poop at home.
Home bowl.
I only play in the home field.
The home office, yeah. And what really sucked is when I started working at IBM in January of 2009. I think it was January of 2009. I started out night shift, 12-hour shifts.
Oof.
You don't know how many mornings I'm flying home. Flying home. And it's funny because Jimmy, my drummer, and Jeannie, the house they grew up in was like the halfway point almost, maybe a little closer to home than work. You don't know how many mornings I called them. Jim, open the door.
Is that your in-laws or
6:30 in the morning calling your friend because you got to drop a hot one because it's been touching cotton half the night.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad you said cotton.
Prairie dogging.
Turtle head.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Farting through silk underwear.
Oh.
Wow, we're
getting on the road, and Johnny obviously has experience with that. Like as far as showing up at a bar or a club.
Oh, for a show?
And the bathrooms are just disgusting. I mean,
that's the first we get out of the bus or the van. First place I hit up is the bathroom to make sure it's cool.
Yeah.
Never use and that's you got to do it. You got to do it in the day too when you're playing the club. You get there and you take care of business in the afternoon before most of the staff shows up, before they open the doors. Like because they do have a cleaning crew come in. Most clubs have a cleaning crew come in after hours and they clean everything. So when you get there first thing in the morning, it is as sanitary as a bar club bathroom is going to be.
Yeah.
And so you take care of business as early as you possibly can because once the bartenders and staff start showing up and people start going in and out of that room, it's over.
Well, you got to find
unless you're lucky enough.
Bathroom.
Unless you're lucky enough to be in a club that has a bathroom in the dressing room, which very few do.
The bigger the venue, if you're playing a theater.
Yeah, theaters will. Theaters will have them. They'll have them off the green room, the VIP room, or whatever. The where they do catering.
That's what I'm saying. You got to find the one up in the luxury boxes is the bathroom you want to use.
Yeah,
that's what we had.
What sucked is like if you go, there was some like the luxury boxes at the old Busch Stadium in St. Louis. They didn't have bathrooms in them. There was a common bathroom. Like 4 common bathrooms.
Probably
on
like
that
Fenway
level.
Park, I'd imagine.
Some similar to Fenway Park, but there were like 4 common bathrooms on that luxury box level because the stadium was so old. So it was like 1 bathroom for every 4 or 5 luxury boxes. So if you didn't hit it by like the 4th inning, forget it. It was awful.
The trough.
The bowl was spackled.
Oh, the piss trough. I don't think many people know. Unless you live in a city that had an old stadium like old Yankee Stadium, Wrigley Field, Fenway Park, they had the piss trough, which basically looks like a huge sink that goes for about 15 yards.
Yeah,
and it's full of ice.
Full of ice.
Yes.
Yeah. Shoreline Amphitheater. Every time I go to Shoreline to see Van Halen, they had one of them.
Great Woods.
That's the aluminum one though. That's not like an old. That's not like the old. Like alabaster ones that were like a sink, like an old tub, like the old cloth.
We have a nice high school football stadium here in town, and I remember growing up as a kid. That's what. They
were the worst.
Oh yeah,
they were the worst bathrooms ever.
That's the new format, boys.
Guitar farts and peeing.
The new format.
New format. New.
It's Saturday night, and then goes
nude fart map.
Nude fart map sounds like a great name for a band.
We're in for a very long night.
It sounds like it.
Artist.
Yep.
Just getting far.
And we've just begun.
Man.
By the way, John, did you listen to that 79 show yet? No.
I told you I didn't get out of bed till 3 p.m. today.
Don't you hate when people answer their own questions? I do.
So, no, I wanted to last night, but
I'll listen to it right now if you want.
Didn't? No.
You probably have the LP. I think that was an older. I mean, obviously it's an older recording. What is it? What beach? Palm Beach or something in Florida? I don't know. West Palm Beach in '79.
Palm Beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great. I listened to it again last night, and the quality is. I mean, they could have released that as a
released.
They could have that could have been a real release, a real professional,
real. Man, I tell you, that was a
band approved release.
I had a chicken palm at West Palm,
and then I had to release.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're releasing all that stuff now on vinyl. I mean, not them, but people are pressing their own copies of that.
Not even
it's
now.
Funny.
Back in the day, that was what you could get.
No, that's the thing is that's how you know the vinyl is completely back is when bootleggers are now pressing vinyl again. Like, all right, it makes sense. People are going to buy it now. We might as well just go through it.
They're pressing their own.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me today, like I was telling John Biel. There's a new feature on with Facebook groups. I tried it in the Van Halen 1974 to 2020 Facebook group today, where I can host a Q&A, and that was one of the questions. Somebody asked me where they could buy Van Halen bootleg vinyl, and I said I don't know.
Well, I mean that's a good topic.
That really led to something there. Nice.
I was going to say, wow. Can we go back to talking about shit?
You can get the old vintage ones, which were, vinyl that was dubbed back in, 1983, which I'm sure there's like an US Festival one, or Paul, you've got the CDs of the whole South American stuff. Those were on vinyl back in the day. Nowadays, if you get a vinyl,
the old stuff didn't sound good.
No, exactly. And
what's
a
bad
lot of the modern stuff doesn't either.
You would get bootlegs on vinyl thinking, oh, this is vinyl, this is great. Yeah. But it's taped on a cassette that was like way in the back, muffled in somebody's pocket.
Yeah. I mean, the graphics on the album cover are great. There's probably some of it's like colored vinyl, and you get all that, but that's where it ends.
It all is.
Because you
all
get
the newer stuff, it is. It's all tie-dye.
Right.
It's all like tie-dye records.
Because it's cheap for amateurs to send out and get a vinyl. I mean, Jay, I didn't mean to make it amateurs, but no, Gizmochi, you guys came out on vinyl, right?
Isn't that 2 weeks in a row?
I don't know.
Yeah. Paul, you called them out on the last one.
I'm just going to let you do your thing.
I'll just dig my hole a little deeper, yeah.
It's always fun to watch John Biel hang himself.
I know.
I don't know much.
No, but everyone's doing vinyl. It's the resurgence of vinyl. Every any album that's Lady Gaga's doing vinyl and all that stuff. I mean, and I'm not again. I just dug myself a little deeper, but no, didn't you guys release the new Gizmochi album on vinyl? No,
nope.
No.
Big fan, are you?
Deeper,
no,
much deeper.
I'm not. I'm really not. But that's not the reason. I got a buddy who's in a band, a signed band, and I asked his opinion. I was like, dude, what do you think about getting vinyl? Right? And he's like, listen, I'm going to text you some stats of our vinyl.
I can imagine.
And he's like, in 2016 or beginning of 17, they printed off, I don't know how many vinyl, right? They're still sitting on like 75% of them.
It's a gimmick. I mean, it's a.
Well, there's people that there's a.
No, it's not a gimmick.
There is.
If you're in a huge band, it's worth it. When you're in a small band, when you have, it's only like,
it's
maybe 500 people are going to buy our CD. How many vinyl are we going to sell?
Right.
You have to print off so many to actually make it worth it. Otherwise, and our album is our record. No, sorry, our whatever it is,
recording.
Our new release. Back to that. It's over an hour long, so they're going to have to make it's going to have to be a double LP with 3 sides.
Right.
So you're instantly jacking the price up.
Thank you, Jimmy Ray.
Thank you, man. So it would probably cost us like $40 or $50 if we printed off 100. The price is through the roof.
If you can even do just 100, probably 500 would be the minimum.
$50 per LP.
It would probably be something like that on a short run.
Sure.
Yeah. The only reason to own vinyl or put it out in vinyl is if you are a big band and and it's a collectible thing. You know what I mean? It's something that, you know, I mean, I've got very little, my vinyl stack is like that thick. There's nothing to it, but it's all stuff that I'm never going to play. It's just stuff that will be framed and put on a wall or just hung on to be, you know what I mean? I don't even play my CDs. I take my CDs, I rip them to digital, and then I just put them on shuffle on an MP3 player, Bluetooth to my house stereo.
Yeah. Speaking of just collecting vinyl, my wife, we were at Target last week or 2 weeks ago. She bought Pearl Jam 10 on vinyl.
For $30.
We don't have a record player.
You ever use the bathroom at Target?
Yes.
Every time I go. That's one place I hit up to use the bathroom. The employees never wash their hands. I'll just say this: they come walking out of the stall. They never wash their hands. They walk right back out.
Did you expect
it's the law?
And I've seen it. I see it all
like
the time.
Walmart.
But isn't it against the law for like an employee to not wash their hands, or at least you get a fine? But holy crap!
Employees
everybody gets dysentery.
So Johnny, you don't have a bathroom? You go to the Target?
When I'm out of town.
Oh,
when I'm out of town, I'm out of like Monday. I'll be out of town on Monday. I always go to Target. I always find out the time of housekeeping.
Yeah, but that's
so it's after like 3 or 3:30.
I just figured out what Johnny does. He's a drug mule.
Whoa!
Who is cover?
Sorry.
Come on, man. We
thought you couldn't see me.
Just don't leave the chat.
Johnny's never taken a drug in his life.
No, but he's delivered.
That's not to say he hasn't.
Never use your own stash. Dude.
Yeah, that's the best guy to get to be the drug mule is a guy that doesn't use.
No, because Stash uses you. Thank you.
Wow. Where is it? Where's the zing? Where is it?
I see what just happened there. It was quite as.
Is the power out at Jay's? What's going on?
No, he's got his.
I have my mood lighting on, boys.
His alien is lit up.
I'm very light sensitive right now.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Look at my eyes, man. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, they were saying that earlier.
Jay, step out of the vehicle.
Look at him.
Step out of the vehicle.
Wow. Dilated.
Yeah, I'm pretty plus I was painting all day. I was sniffing fumes.
Oh,
so
that's
right. Yes, exactly. That's what it was. Sure.
Yeah. Ossifer, I was painting. It's painting my house.
It's the fumes.
Hey, Sherman.
Hey now.
Big.
What'd I miss?
Nothing.
Farting,
shit
pooping.
talk.
Lots of stuff.
Run it down for me, John BL.
Well, have you listened to that 79 recording from the Florida West Palm Beach?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're saving it, man.
But
We're
Butch
saving
Butch told me to listen to it. So
last night was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good show last night.
We had a great time with Butch Jones last night.
Butch was cool.
Yeah,
with him.
He's very entertaining.
Definitely.
Exactly.
It says it all.
Yeah, we played some ice hockey together. Like I said, he was in that upper echelon of guys that would play in around that area. Huh?
Good player.
Yes, he's a very good player. And I was like the level below him. I was not like that really because Butch was really, really good. So but I stopped him enough times to say that I stopped him enough times.
I'm so envious of him doing the Gretzky camp. Dude, that's my dream. Jeez.
One of my
like
buddies,
10 grand. It's like 10 grand.
Buddy, LA works for Hollywood Records. He used to play in Bruckheimer's game every week. I guess the old producer Jerry Bruckheimer used to have a celebrity game every week, and like my buddy Joey's in the dirt. He's the guy that was doing blow with Motley Crue in Toronto, Canada. And he loves being outed now. But he worked for Hollywood Records. He worked for a bunch of record companies out in LA, and he was a big hockey guy. And he said all those guys, the Kings and shit, Robitaille, and all those guys would show up at Bruckheimer's game on Monday nights. They'd all just get loaded and play for till 2-3 in the morning. That's fucking sick.
Is that Jerry Bruckheimer? Bruckheimer, like the director?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I wonder how many or how much bourbon Butch actually drank last night. He tried to deny it this morning. He texted me and said, "Thanks for having me on. It was a lot of fun."
Oh, if you watch that show, you'll see like the drunk arc.
Oh
like
yeah.
You should literally put like a blood alcohol meter and just watch it just spike.
We know somebody else that did one of those.
The funny thing was he didn't want to hear it. He was like, "Oh, I was fine. I wasn't drunk." Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
We all got to do that once, at least once.
Look,
we saw Paul.
I'm a happy drunk.
See my knuckle?
And I can do a great job. Nice job.
Halloween show?
That's good.
You see that knuckle?
What the hell did you do with that knuckle?
Ow.
Yeah, Genie. No, I'm joking.
Oh no!
You know how this happened? Why? I should blame her.
We do now.
You were blocking her punches.
I'm sure. She'd kick your ass.
She probably would. So I'm painting Killian's room, right?
Look, guess who has a shitty mic tonight, by the way?
Is it me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Sound all right.
It's not bad.
Maybe I should restart my my life.
Turn it up.
So I'll finish this story.
To the
I'll
extreme.
drop
No,
out.
he's not. No, you sound normal.
I think you sound all
It's
right.
fine.
Put some headphones on, Caleb.
So this knuckle, I didn't even know it was this bruised. John, can I tell this story?
That's the worst, man. Bruising a finger like that.
Wow.
So anyway, how I got it was I'm painting Killian's room, right? And we had some stuff hanging on the wall. So we have those 3M plastic things you stick on the wall to hang shit.
Hooks.
No.
Stickers. Sticky. Reverse sticky.
Yeah, those things that are like you
For mobiles.
Is that what they are?
Well, that's the stuff that's hanging on the.
No, not the stuff that's hanging on the wall. The stuff
like double-sided tape and stuff.
Yeah, you put the 3M tape on the wall, then you put the
removable
or whatever. You peel it.
Yeah, it's removable.
Removable, right? Removable.
Yes.
Well, kind of like that, but it's got the big thick plastic hook to it that it sticks on there.
Didn't I just say hooks? I did just say hooks. Didn't I say hooks? And you said
but
no.
I'm thinking in the sense that
No.
Yeah. So anyway,
fucking plastic stick on hooks.
So the way to remove it is you lift up and pull off the hook plastic piece, right? And then you pull the 3M tape out. So because if you just pull it off the wall, you'll peel the paint. I was painting anyway. I shouldn't have given a shit. But so I'm pulling the Genie's like, pull it straight down. Pull it straight down, but watch your finger. Of course, I yank the thing down. It snaps off like a bat out of hell right into my goddamn knuckle.
Oh.
Yep.
Ow.
Yeah, look at that thing, man.
Yeah, it looks like it hurts.
Looks like a birthmark.
Yeah. It's like a burn.
That's horrible.
Yeah, so that happened to this hand, and then when I got mad at
No. Wait, who's in the chat? We got 99 people watching, so we haven't even.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, look at that.
The chat's gonna have to wait.
Oh yeah, and you've already broken into it too. Couldn't wait.
Really?
Yeah, you can't wait on that.
Oh, look at that
man,
one.
you son of a bitch.
Yep,
That's the best.
Yep.
Oh, I like the cheese.
Oh,
And that's just one order.
someone went overboard.
No, I don't. I bet. What did you order, Caleb?
Oh yeah, you got to get the nuts too. Hell yeah.
Can't even see
it's
Caleb
a
anymore.
Caleb candy cam.
Oh my god.
Sorry. By the way, the fucking mothballs. The malt balls are
Mothballs.
so fucking good. These are the best thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Oh, two brain cells must be new to the program.
Yeah, first show.
Very
It's
good.
amazing. It's
It is
amazing.
very
stuff.
good. I'm very impressed. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Thank you, Colonels.
It's insane.
You got hooked up, right?
I may have to go grab some of mine.
I got hooked up.
Paul, how do you still have yours? Is it still? How is it
Yeah,
not
it's fine.
stale? You've had it for a month.
I haven't had it for a month. I've had it for a couple of weeks. I'm not like you, Jay. I don't get high as fuck and dump an entire bag of that shit down my gullet.
That's gonna happen in about 5 minutes. Once I see Caleb, don't do it. Don't do it. Once I see you, well,
Well, that's it. Now everybody's gonna go get some.
ah shit.
I'm going to get mine.
There it is.
I wish I had some.
I ate all mine.
You're gonna have to put it in a new order.
Oh,
They're gone. That's for real, folks. It's really that good.
Oh, it's great stuff. When did I get mine? A week ago? Mine's all gone. All of it.
Caleb,
see what I did to the two stoned guys on the show?
how much of that did you actually order, and how much of it came in as well?
I think I ordered like 3/4 bags, but they all came full pound bags. So that was a hookup. And then I got an extra bag of something I didn't order. And then I ordered 1 bag of the cashews. They gave me an extra bag of the cashews and the bag of the malt balls. Just ridiculous.
Oh.
Yeah. I got to have another order come, though.
I mean, I definitely spent some
room.
money on it. I mean, my wife was like, "You bought $48 worth of fucking popcorn? What the fuck?"
Yeah, but you got 98.
That popcorn better blow you.
Yo, what's funny about that is when Caleb told me, he's like, my wife was like, "You bought $48 of fucking popcorn." The next, after she has some, she's gonna be like, "You only spent $48 on popcorn."
She hasn't had any yet. So.
Oh, wake her
I
up!
think she doesn't want to get like hooked. So
It's ridiculous. Hey, Lamb, look at this. Even Ace wants some. Here you go, buddy. There you go. Yeah, he's like, hell yeah, I want some.
And you
We love you, Black Salami.
yeah, this show is a way. This is the way to spend your Saturday night.
Best waste of time and
Trust me.
all around.
Where else would you rather be?
Nobody's twisting your arm anyway.
By the way, on Monday,
Monday.
it'll be my half birthday, which means I'll be 51 and a half or 51.50.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Thank you very
You've
much.
been waiting your whole life for Monday, huh?
It's a very important moment.
Ah.
Renus Pinkle watching 5 dudes eat popcorn.
Right. I hope you don't have your dick in your hand, Renus.
I don't have any. I'm out. Although I do have some of the other guys.
What?
I could get.
No,
Um,
you can't eat other popcorn on here.
By the way, look at this. I've got someone's undivided attention.
He'll do anything for that.
Want it?
Hey, Tom's in here, my guitarist's brother,
Good boy.
Thomas Lorino.
hey, Thomas, welcome, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll just sit and listen to you guys eating.
Well, you get to at some
I need
point.
a special noise gate just for the crunching.
At some point, Ace is going to give up being nice, and he's going to kill me for it.
That's it.
He's trying to be cool about it, but now he's like, "Hey." See, the tail is wagging now, but eventually he will kill me. Hi, buddy. He's trying to take the bag.
Oh my god!
Man, he's at attention, huh?
He's trying to take the bag.
Oh,
Dude,
It's
you
that
might
good.
get Cujo'd tonight.
You messed up.
oh,
You messed up.
We got to keep an eye on Paul, dude.
It's an ad. That's a good endorsement for Colonel.
Cujo Kernel Corn, man.
He might be a
Want this?
drained carcass by the end of the show.
It just goes right for my throat.
Yep. Man killed by dog over popcorn. Popular Phoenix radio personality mauled to death over popcorn.
Oh,
That's what happens. If anything good happens, it's a local radio personality, right? But if somebody, but if I molest a kid, they'll be like my name, my address.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying it's on my to-do list.
Flag it.
When I'm
real quick.
molested,
I'm glad you said if.
It's not on my bucket list, but
crossed
just
off.
saying.
Wow.
Something awful happens. Trust me, they'll have my name, address, blood type. Everything will be announced. But I could cure cancer. They'll be like, well, local radio personality stumbled on the cure for cancer.
And
while eating popcorn.
That was the cure for cancer.
Man.
Maybe. Wouldn't that be great if Colonel's caramel popcorn was the cure for cancer? We'd be like, yes. Of course, it's the cause of diabetes. So those are your choices.
Oh my gosh. Huh? Oh, we got a sneak peek of the new Zims guitar showroom.
Oh yeah.
Have you even seen this?
Showroom? Yeah, it's insane. He's been working his ass off on it. It's way nicer than his old place. Look at that.
Oh wow. Whoa.
He looks like a legit music store now.
That looks great.
Yeah,
awesome,
it's awesome,
man.
Is he coming in?
Totally changes the entire.
what's that one right up front? Is that a new Kramer?
That looks like one of those new
5150.
Beretta specials, maybe.
Beretta special, yeah.
Yeah, Zims. Are you there, man? Give us a tour.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Oh, bro.
He's been busting his ass. I mean, it's all on him, because he doesn't have any employees, so he sets the whole thing up. He works his ass off there.
Oh, Johnny, did you talk about your headstock already?
Yep.
What happened?
We talked about it already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh? My headstock? Oh, it's fixed.
Yeah.
It was fixed, and I'm not going to announce who fixed it yet. But once I get it back, I'll tell the story. It's pretty. Everybody is gonna enjoy it.
Oh, I thought it was behind you. Sorry.
Oh no. That's the Jay Hannon headstock. That's broken in another place.
Nice.
It's broken down there, although it is attached.
Should send it back.
Barely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
should
mean,
send it back.
The way it's sanded.
Oh,
What Jay,
okay.
what Jay would do.
But somebody wants to get this guitar fixed now. So I'll be sending this guitar to FU Tone. And FU Tone will be basically building this guitar for me.
Hey, did I tell you I need that neck back?
Wait, FU Tone's going to work on a hardtail?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're going to build the guitar for me. Thank you again.
Dude.
Everybody.
Stay tuned for
Everybody who responded to Johnny's calls for help. It's awesome. Do you have any other broken guitars back there?
I could.
Right.
Oh.
What, did I break it? I didn't do it.
No, but that's the call. That's the call.
I can't fix it.
Well, we know that. But if we need anything else,
I can try.
that's the John B.O.
Hey, thanks. Speaking of Zims, I got my Kramer
What?
neck.
What's happening? Oh my!
Oh no.
That looks more like a weapon, man.
It needed
Don't break into his house.
Yeah.
That'll be hanging out of your head.
he leaves that by his bed or on his bed. It looks like.
I hope he doesn't step on it.
No, I'm gonna sand them down. It'll be nice. Then I'll finish my crappy Kramer.
Crappy Kramer. What a
Kramer.
What a name.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Better than good.
Awesome. What else?
But that's from Zims. Zims gave me that neck, so thank you again, Zims.
Zims guitars. We've got a phone number right above John B.O. that you guys can text us. Actually, that's how I got that. Zims sent me a text. So feel free to text us. Actually, anytime. Anytime, day or night. Oh yeah. Oh, somebody else is having kernels.
Ooh.
The I can't tell what those are.
The hell are those?
Jay's like the popcorn pusher, man.
What, baby?
Look what he's
What
done.
are those though?
I don't know. Couldn't
Melting.
be any more in focus though.
Yeah.
Are those like chocolate covered almonds or something? Or peanuts?
Weird almonds.
Dude, did you make this? Who is this? This is super cool.
Hi, baby girl.
Made out of guitar picks. Who is this? Look, check this out. Somebody made this out of
Show
guitar
the
picks.
fucking picture.
This is incredible. This is incredible, man.
What?
Look at this.
That's out of,
Whoa.
that's out of guitar picks. You weren't. Holy crap!
Holy shit.
How'd they do like the face and the eyes and stuff?
That's incredible.
Yeah. I don't know who sent this, but thank you.
I mean, to me, it just looks like the left edge of his head and hair is picks, but it's all picks.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's only the light is shining, so it shows off that one side, but the entire thing is picks. I can see it.
Oh wow.
Or at least a lot of it.
Wow. Don't bump into that table.
Oh,
and,
man.
and that's a drawing from a photo taken by Glenn LaFerman, actually. The Kramer ad.
Cool.
See, I see
Glenn,
stuff
Glenn
like that,
loves
I'm like,
Eddie's hair. Glenn says Ed has the best hair ever in the history of the world, not just rock and roll. There we go. Oh,
Awesome.
I talked to that guy. Hey, okay, I got a story. So I messaged Paul Chin with two N's from he's was a staff photographer for the Herald Examiner in the 80s, which is a Los Angeles newspaper. And he took the picture, this one up here, which is the picture that's on those new shirts from the Van Halen store. And I messaged him because I reached out to Jeff Hausman at Van Halen store to find out who took the picture or where I could get prints. And all he had was the guy's name who took the picture, and he didn't know if prints were available. So
Prince isn't available anymore.
I found
come on.
I found Paul on Twitter, and I sent him a message, and about 3 weeks ago, and he responded the other day. And what I really wanted to know was, I always had this weird feeling that was the night I saw Eddie at the Forum on May 13th, 1984.
yeah.
And when I saw his tweet on the day Ed died, he said that the picture was taken in Inglewood, California in 1984. So it was either the May 13th or 14th. So I didn't know. It was a 50-50 chance that it was that night. And
not a 51-50 chance.
Not a 51-50. And he got back to me and he told me that it was, in fact, the 13th, the night I saw that show in my first Van Halen concert. And
so you don't even remember Eddie doing that jump at that show?
I don't remember, but I just, but I figured out why. Yeah. Yeah, bring him in.
Oh, they want
figured
the
out
popcorn.
why I had a feeling that it was from that show, and it's because it ran in the Herald Examiner like the next day. That picture.
Can we find that? Is there a print of that picture of that Herald Examiner? Someone's got to own that paper. I'm surprised Caleb doesn't.
Some hoarder somewhere does.
You want to search it?
Time out for dog.
Okay. All right, Bugs time. You want to close the door?
Oh.
Look, Bug.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Come on.
Leave a thumbs up
for Bugs.
Subscribe for this. I mean, look at that.
Hello.
Now start
So
chewing on the finger.
I showed him the picture of the shirt, and he was like, "Oh, wait a minute! Where's that merchandise? Like, I don't know if that's licensed or whatever." I got all nervous.
Oh no!
I got all nervous. So I told him it was from Van Halen store. I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't run that printing without permission. So he went.
Well,
he
it's not
found out while we were chatting.
Van Halen store doesn't press those.
What's
EVH, the EVH company themselves presses those shirts.
Right.
Van
right.
Halen's store just distributes.
Right, but they're
Sells
selling that image, so it's still, you know.
Here's the I'll share this with you guys.
What's up?
John BL on the case.
So what do you? Yeah,
Cali
finding
Sphere.
it?
I never heard of Cali Sphere. I don't know if this is the right. Let's try this.
I'll keep talking while you look.
Well, the question is, I have a question, Caleb. Does that photographer actually own the rights to the picture, or does the Herald Examiner?
This is all about the rights to the picture. It looks like.
And if
he does not own the rights to the picture,
right, the Herald Examiner owns the rights.
The
to
Herald
the picture.
Examiner, and the Herald Examiner is defunct, so the L.A. Public Library owns the pictures.
Yep. So
University of California. It looks like Cali. I don't know.
Yeah. So whoever owns the rights licensed it.
You're right.
And the photographer gets all the credit in the world, but none of the money.
Right.
It says here, L.A. Public Library.
And he told me, so when he checked with the person at the library, he found out. She said that yes, that the Van Halen store licensed every piece that they sell, they're getting a piece of. And buddy, okay. Don't eat the popcorn.
Don't eat the
brown. And then she told him, and by the way, this is apparently the best picture of Eddie Van Halen ever taken, according to popular, opinion. And the guy didn't know that, so he found out about that while I was chatting, from our conversation. He was blown away, so. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it would suck. It would be nice if they toked him some sort of appreciation. He got some sort of a framed, copy of that print. It's unfortunate that I'm sure there's one autographed somewhere. That he could have.
This is the description. One of the most successful rock acts of all time. Van Halen got there. So that's the little bio, and then it goes into the first photograph caption dated May 15th. 84 reads, from under a heavenly blue light, lead guitarist Eddie Van Halen inspired ecstasy in Sunday night's crowd. Van Halen is shown in mid-leap on stage at the LA Forum.
Second photograph, caption dated.
It's the 15th because that's the day it ran.
Yeah. But the credit goes, it says the creator was Paul Chin. I don't know if that's the photographer. What did you say?
Yes.
Okay. And yes, contributed from the collection at the LA Public Library.
Who basically gets all the news, all the newspapers go to the library and they create a archive of news.
And there's a picture of Roth that he took as well.
Yeah, Paul said that most concerts, they only let you shoot the first 3 songs and they kick you out. He said Van Halen let them shoot all night or just up until the end. And that picture was right near the end that he took. But he said it was the best live concert experience that he's ever had, taking pictures. And he remembers it like it was yesterday. So I asked him, if he'd come in and talk, and he didn't really answer, but I think he might. So I'll try to get him on. I think it's a cool story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that is a great photo too.
I've always thought that was the best shot of him, just because it's like ferocious and he's
So you saw that picture way back in '84, the newspaper.
That's what I'm thinking, is that the reason I've always thought, because I always thought it was Los Angeles, but he wore that outfit probably 60 times that tour. So.
All right, I'm accepting the risk and going into the files in the Los Angeles Public Library here. So, is that a color? Is there a color?
It's your computer. You can do whatever you want.
No, there should be a color version of this somewhere. It says under blue lights, doesn't it? That's what it said.
I've only seen the black and white version, but I think it's because I remember seeing it in the paper. And then I attached it to the show and that was, 37 years ago. So how would I remember that it was? But
How could
Mm-hmm.
you?
There you go.
Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, John BL, see what you can find, man.
Yeah, I'll take the rest of the show off, and I'll just see what I can do here.
Yeah. Go to work.
You guys.
If we need you, you just look for this.
That's right.
What's funny is this one here that I'm sending you guys is almost the exact same shot 30 years later. It's phenomenal how high and how big that split was.
How about that one I sent you last night on the message? That's one of the highest Ed's gotten. Again from 84.
That's insane.
That's 98. That's
That's like, well, so almost 30 years later, like I was saying. Oh no, it's 12 years later, 16 years later.
Right.
But I'm just like that the amount of height that he got
14 years. 14, but who's counting?
It doesn't matter. The point being that picture is almost identical to the one that you're talking about. And he gets a wider split on it.
Absolutely.
And it's every bit as ferocious. For all of the things that were wrong with the Van Halen 3 tour and material that came out of it. I mean, Jesus, he played ferociously on that tour, and was clearly happy. You know what I mean? Having a good time. And as I talk about with Alex, when Alex is in the groove and laying it down great, it's a great Van Halen record or a great Van Halen song. When Eddie does a show like that, you know you're going to walk away going, man, that was fucking awesome. You can tell if you just Google Flying Eddie, all right, and then go to the images and just look through the years, and we can all point out these certain tours that were better than others based upon how high and how intense Eddie is in the Flying Eddie picture.
How high was Eddie there?
Yeah, I made a few years ago. I made a collage of like most of his like most famous jumps. Let me find it.
That one there is fantastic. And there's an interesting question. Randy Spinkle asks in 95 versus 98, which was Eddie's playing better? I would say 95 because his tone was better in 95. He in 98, his ears were already going and everything was way overdriven. I think
he was sober in 95. I mean,
it just sounded better in 95 too. I think, look, Ernie Ball Music Man versus PV.
Plus Eddie was dead sober in 95.
And his tone was just better too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he played well on both tours, but he sounded better in 95.
Where's this picture?
Hey, stop with the fucking squeaky. No more. Come on, buddy.
No more squeaky.
He'll do this all night long. It's why I punch the squeakies out of most balls. But that squeak ball is the only way I can get Lemmy to go outside now. She's old and doesn't want to go out unless she really has to. And so I use the squeak to get her to go outside because she really has to at least twice a day.
We love you, Lemmy.
She's good, but she's slowing down. She's happy, but she's an old arthritic girl. She's a good girl. She's happy. She eats all her food. She's not, exhibiting any signs of being a tired dog other than being arthritic. She moves when she wants to, though. She just doesn't want to. Excuse me. Here you go, baby girl. Ed. Hi. Here you go. Good girl.
Renus asks, was Ed using Soldanos in 95?
That was the rumor. The rumors that he put PV faceplates on those amps.
He started with the Soldanos in 84, 86? There it is. Yeah. Oh, somebody likes you.
That's awesome.
I remember seeing that.
The 86 one is the shit, man.
86. All right. So in the chat, which one is the 86?
I've always liked the 86 one.
Yeah. He's
Actually,
mad.
Let's go through year by year for that photo.
Aerodynamic in that one.
John, can you put the photo up?
Mm-hmm.
He won't, but he can.
They have the capability, but I refuse to do anything.
I could.
He's just going to talk about how cool it is and then look, wow, look how
Am I
cool.
muted?
Wow, this is cool.
Can't hear you, Jay.
Really?
Yeah, we can hear
What?
it. Huh?
You can't hear me?
Huh?
Who?
No, it's all good.
I see I'm muted in the chat. I think I was muted for a second, and then I demuted.
Yeah, there's one that David Bertinelli has from the '91 tour where he's just like 8 feet off the ground, like coming off the riser or something. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
height.
Yeah.
This is the one I was showing. I sent you guys. Oh, there you go.
Which one?
This one.
Oh yeah, that's a cool one, man.
Mm-hmm.
If it'll focus.
Yep. That's awesome.
What was that?
Wait. I don't know. It won't focus.
It won't focus.
It's on the it's on the chat.
Who was that?
Did you hear something?
No.
Wasn't Caleb.
No, it wasn't Caleb.
Kramer.
Someone's trying to get my attention.
All right. So what year? Let's go through year by year. Jay, do you know those?
Stop.
I said the 86 one was my favorite.
Yeah. Right. Which one's the 86? I know you know.
Well, I know, but
in the chat, which one is the 86?
All right. Well, how about this? Which years aren't pictured?
Well, so, should we go like clockwise and see who can get them all correct in the chat?
What's that?
Starting on the top row and then, or just do the top row and bottom row, I guess. There's two rows, kind of. And we'll give them a clap or something. We'll say good job if you can get them all right.
You'll give them a clap.
I already gave him a clap.
Imagine John Biel as a game show host.
Yeah.
Is John Biel got the clap? Is that what he just said?
No. Or not. We don't have to do it. I mean,
Hey,
just
Jeff.
thinking.
Jeff Page.
Jeffrey.
My goddamn chair.
What? So what's the question?
Can we name the years of each of those jumps?
Can we?
No. Well,
Can them?
Them.
Yeah.
Okay. So say this. Okay, everybody that's watching us, we got 100 people watching us. Check out this collection of jumps, and going from top left to right in the chat. Tell us. Okay, people are doing it. I see people are. Tell us the years. So top left, bottom left, on, and people are doing them. I see them.
Yeah,
I see them. People are doing them. Like
let's
this.
see. All right, so RVP.
No.
Yeah,
I just sent over two of the Bertinelli ones that are like the best. So
he's close. Yeah, clockwise. No.
No.
nope, wrong. Missing one.
Oh, unless they're doing top row and
no.
then bottom row.
Oh, there they are. Okay.
Oh,
That's right. That's
okay.
correct.
Okay, then top row, bottom row. Yes.
Yeah, Santa
That is
Cruz.
correct.
Good job. Well done.
And we got more too. There's more of them.
They look, I'm going to play the lottery with some of these numbers. Look at this.
Close.
Cameron.
It's like 6 a.m. where he is.
Come on, Cameron. Yeah, those are the years in order of the Van Halen tours, except for 85, but not the order of the pictures.
And 83 barely had any shows. So.
No, they
Hey,
had,
Zach.
They had the whole South American tour. At least 20 shows in 83.
That is, some of that is true.
I mean,
at least 3.
Of those pictures, I mean, the 82 jump looks like the most extension. Like, look how back
it almost looks. Yeah, that right leg looks.
Yeah, it looks
right
like it's
leg.
photoshopped.
Like it's twisted.
Yeah.
Although I'd say the biggest
you can hear his
extension.
hip cracking. You can hear it.
86 looks. I mean, it's amazing the
You
consistency.
can't tell with 86. He's got the pants on. So
Yep.
the consistency is amazing.
That 86 one, that's actually from like a centerfold from like a Hot Shots magazine from 86. I had that.
Go get
oh,
it.
yeah,
Where is it? And look at the strap on his. It looks like he's getting strangled by the strap. On 86. Oh no, or is he wearing a bandana around his neck?
He's got a black bandana on.
Yeah, he must. Several of those.
And
He's
his
got the
strap's
bandana.
coming down.
You like that 82, 84, 86 bandana?
The far right is 2015. That's his last tour.
Is that Hollywood? Is that the last show?
No,
No.
he wore a white shirt at Hollywood.
Oh.
But he only did a few jumps on that whole tour, apparently. So,
It's funny. When I watched him do the jump, and he didn't do it very high on the Toronto pay-per-view. I was like, "Ooh, that's gotta hurt," because that was when his hip was really fucked up, and he was still doing it. I'm like, and he was sober at that time, so
Did he have
it's
surgery
almost like you get
before
caught up with the
or during that show? That tour?
what?
Did he have surgery before or after the
think it was after.
95?
I think it was after.
after
Hey, Dave,
95.
share.
But it was so like you got to assume the adrenaline of the moment, and next thing you know, he just does what comes natural to him, and then and worries about it after the fact. Kind of like one of the signs you are when you get older, you can go out and you can still party, you can still play softball or football or whatever hockey it is, but then the next morning you're like, oh Jesus, why did I do that? I imagine that was kind of what Eddie was dealing with in 95. He didn't get the height that he normally gets, but he still did it.
He didn't know his hip was the way it was until he sobered up, and then he started really feeling it.
Well, that played into it too. I mean,
and then I'm sure probably the whole hip surgery and the medications that followed probably took him
helped
back
to relapse.
down. Yep. That happens often.
Yeah,
These
that's how
are fucking deadly, man. These are deadly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now that's what's going to take you down, man.
Bite it in the middle. I mean,
No, I'm not having another one. I already had two. I'm not having it.
No, you got to have one more because you got to show the middle of one. You got to show it. The middle. You think like a regular malt ball.
Okay,
Mothball.
for you, Jay, I'll do it.
Most, little thin layer of chocolate, maybe a slightly, thicker one with a big malt in the middle. Look at this.
Wait, what? Suck it. Suck it. Suck it slow.
I don't want to be isolated for the bite. All right, just for the show.
Can you zoom it even more?
Look at that chocolate. Yeah. I should have. I got to get some of them again.
Fucking ridiculous.
Meth ball. That's the greatest thing. Oh, that's pretty good.
My God.
Yeah.
I'm done. Wow, it's only 10:10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap out soon. I gotta get up early. It's gonna suck.
What?
I gotta go do an event tomorrow. It's actually a motorcycle swap meet, which is where people go to trade stolen parts.
So you're busy tomorrow.
No, I'm not trading shit. I got I do an endorsement. I am the spokesperson for Law Tigers, the motorcycle lawyers who ride.
Oh, I see billboards like that.
Yeah, so I'm their Arizona spokesperson. So they're going to be at this event. They got a tent set up at this event and stuff, and they're paying me to go out. So I got to get up tomorrow morning and fucking get my shit together and ride my motorcycle like an hour away to sit up there for 2 hours at their tent, hang out, shake hands, look at other people's motorcycles, talk shit, and then get on my motorcycle and ride home. It's work, but it's going to take, it's not really work, but it's going to take like 5 hours of my day. So there goes my fucking Sunday. But they're paying me.
Don't you get tired riding a bike with like the wind like in your face and stuff? Because
Yes.
when I go to the beach after I get home, I'm wiped out because of all the wind.
That's the sun too.
Yeah. No, it's no. Riding a motorcycle, as weird as it sounds, is exhausting. Your whole body gets worked on because it's physical. And I ride 800-pound motorcycles, 80 miles an hour on a highway in wind. Yeah, it's like anything else you do in the elements. And it does, you bounce around and shit. It's like, if you've ever gone four-wheeling or snowmobiling or skiing or something like that, it doesn't seem like it's really that exerting, but then you get home and you're like, Jesus, that hurts.
Well, because your body, it's hard to relax when you're doing that. So
yeah.
your body's like doing a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's but you don't realize you're doing it. You don't realize while you're out there, you're like, hey, I'm riding my motorcycle, everything is kind of cool. Then you get home, you're like, why does my fucking shoulder hurt?
Do you get like bugs in your teeth and stuff?
No, because you don't smile when you ride a motorcycle. because rocks get kicked up and they hit you in the fucking face. Ting, ting, Santa Cruz 3600. Everybody that rides a motorcycle has one accident. I had mine on opening day 2004 in Boston, on Storrow Drive. Slid out in the sand, had to upright it, and ended up riding a guardrail around a corner. Because if I hadn't ridden the guardrail, the bike would have went up over the guardrail and landed on the 50 feet on the concrete below. So it sucked.
And that team won the World Series. So you got to get an accident every opening day.
Yeah, that's what sucked. It sucked. And it was it was 5 weeks before Laconia. Yeah, it sucked.
I mean, 90. What? 04.
04. Yeah, that was my one accident, and I was more bummed out about the damage to the bike. $8,000 worth of damage.
Ooh.
Oh, well, let's give my drummer's wife a round of applause, please.
Oh, there you go.
For Mrs. Page. She had heart surgery a few months ago. She's recovering.
That's awesome.
And yeah,
awesome.
Happy birthday. And that
absolutely.
Thomas, you will.
Let's give her the big applause.
Thomas Loreno says 12 years riding motorcycles, never been down. I get it. Everybody does. Shit. Good for you, but you've just cursed yourself.
Yeah. There ain't enough wood in your house to knock.
Yep. No, it happens to everybody. It's just the law of averages. I've been riding for 40 something years. I've only been down once, but I have been down once. It just happens. And if you're lucky, it's not like I have a friend who's been down 5 times. She's been hit by trucks. Oh, I keep telling her she probably shouldn't ride anymore.
Man,
she's been hit by trucks.
Yeah, she got T-boned multiple times. Yes,
been struck by lightnings.
This is the '88 Magnum. It shoots through schools.
I was just going to do that. Oh, damn! I was waiting for a second. Didn't want to talk over anyone.
It's an '88 Magnum
through schools.
Yeah, she's been hit. She's been hit multiple times. She's got pins in her legs, and she still throws her legs over an old '82 shovel head and keeps going. Man, she's got more balls than Spalding. I would think that after a couple of accidents,
Brian Spalding. Wait a minute.
After a couple more, after a couple of accidents, it's I don't know what the number is because I hope I never reach it. But after a few accidents, you might want to sit back and go, "This might not be for me."
Yeah, a lot of people.
The universe is trying to send you a message.
A lot of people stop riding after that first.
Yeah,
ride.
I think I just was turned off bikes just when I heard someone say they're meant to fall over if you don't keep them up.
It's always
called
fun
donor carts in the ER.
Yeah, so. No, they're not. It's you're 80% more likely to be in an accident riding a motorcycle than you are
if you work in the ER. 80% of their patients are motorcycle accidents. So.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not. It's and even I don't care if you live in a state that has a helmet law or not. Your freedom is great, but head versus concrete is undefeated. Yeah, you just don't. You should wear a helmet. You should wear boots. You should wear gloves. You should wear leather. Even if it's 120 degrees, you should still do it.
You should wear a car.
I was going to say, just drive your car, man. Take the bus.
No, they're great. I love motorcycles, but yeah, it's you. Here's the thing: once you've actually been out on the highway at 80 miles an hour, surrounded by other vehicles doing 80 miles an hour, you learn to pay attention when you get back in your car. Like you become very aware of your surroundings. And I think everybody that drives should have to ride a motorcycle in busy traffic at 80 miles an hour just to know that how vulnerable you really are.
It's weird. My father grew up riding motorcycles and stuff, and I never even wanted to at all. Even seeing him ride and stuff when I was younger, no interest at all. And then he got a motorcycle again later in life, and then he had 2 shoulder surgeries and his knees and all this crap, so he had to get rid of it. But I never ever had the urge to even ride one.
It's
Jeff,
it's the
Jeff
closest thing to
former
flying.
bandmates, but the amount of bands Jeff has been in, it's not a big number. I'm sorry, Jeff.
No. Percentages. Yeah.
God.
I apologize.
But it's the closest thing to flying you can do on the ground. And I don't mean literally on the ground, because that's not fun at all.
That sounds great.
No, there's a reason people do it, but it's
of course.
It's a fact that no one sees a bike. It's just they're not looking for one.
And that's why my motorcycle pipes, you can feel me when my bike is next to you. That's how much thrust they're putting out. My bike's the pipes on it are so loud. It's like there's a helicopter flying next to your car. You can feel it thumping against.
Right, and they have those electric bikes now. You don't fucking hear those.
You can't hear a damn thing. That's I almost got T-boned by a car. It was an electric car, and you can't hear them. They just fucking take off. You don't hear any exhaust. That's no good at all.
Nope.
So do you feel bad when you have to go to 7-Eleven at like 2 a.m?
I am very, very, very considerate of my neighbors. I
goes out at like 10 p.m. starts it up, leaves it in the driveway.
He hops in the truck, and that thing has a louder engine.
Yeah. Well, my old truck was pretty loud, Caleb. I think you saw my old one, right? The black one.
No, I saw the white one.
Oh, you saw the white one, yeah. Yeah, my old truck had a very loud exhaust, but no, when I get on my bikes, they're both pretty loud. The Fat Boy is very loud. I leave very, very slow. I try not to crank that, crank the throttle.
No wake.
Your neighbors keep thinking you're blasting Hot for Teacher.
The beginning, right?
He's got it on again.
Well, that's what it really does. The pipes that I have on it are made by a company called Freedom Exhaust, and there are no baffles in them. So, and they turn out pointing toward, the right side of the bike. So anybody on the other side of the street when I'm riding away feels their windows rattle for a while, and all their car alarms go off, which is not fun
for them.
No,
because you're gone.
I can't hear it. I don't give a shit. But yeah, it's a safety issue. It's not about and yes, there are some assholes that put loud pipes on their motorcycles and then they fucking crank them at every red light because they have a small penis or whatever.
Not
but
Paul.
You just don't.
How would you know, John?
What's even worse than that is those fucking jerk offs in their lifted trucks that blow the black fucking smoke out.
Oh, with the truck nuts.
Yeah, they have truck nuts and they've got the fucking stupid the whatever that
the first sign of microphallus.
Yes. Yeah. And the assholes, those are always the guys that I love getting behind, and they know it too when I pull in.
Whoa.
No. When I get in behind them,
getting slowed down.
Wait, what? And they fucking shift their gear, and I get this cloud of fucking soot.
Look at Jay's checking the time.
Garbage, yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Now
it's the worst.
That last 10 minutes felt like it was like an hour, and it only was 10 minutes.
All right, we'll change the subject.
Too. Renus Pinkel has no legs, huh?
Oh, noted.
Mine is 2 inches from the floor.
Excuse me.
Oh, now we're getting into it.
Thanks for sharing that.
Get it?
Wow.
Yeah, mine's only 3 inches.
He has no legs, and it's still 2 inches
wide.
There you go.
Just kidding. 4.
It only goes in 2 inches. That's
when I
100 people watching.
What the fuck are you people doing?
It's funny because I'm trying to
ever come back.
The thing is, like, I have an excuse and I can tap out at any moment and just go to bed. But I'm waiting to see which one of us makes up an excuse to get out of this thing early tonight because this is an awful show. Let's be honest. This is an awful one.
Sorry, folks. It's my fault, apparently.
No, it's just
He's your host, John BL.
All my fault.
You know what? I'm going to go with Black Salami on this one. This show's a waste of time.
Wow.
I'm with Black Salami on this one.
And that's why
I'm having a good time. I don't know, man. It's all
I
good
tried
to me.
make it better, guys. I tried.
You did.
Yeah.
Caleb, you're doing all right.
I'm having a great time. This is great.
Yeah.
Right?
Man. What can we do to cheer you guys up, Black Salami and Paul?
Bong hits.
There you go.
We can do. I mean, I could probably figure I can arrange that, but I'm not really in the mood right
Looking
now.
right at it.
Not
You do
really.
that?
Oh yeah, why not?
Oh yeah,
It's Massachusetts.
He's a teacher, folks.
dude. Johnny Beane lives in Santa Cruz and he doesn't smoke.
I'm the
he's
only person. I'm the only
He's the only
person in the city that doesn't do that.
Yep.
It's everywhere.
There's always one, and Johnny's it.
That's me. That's
Here's
right.
the thing: they're all going to be, the rest of the residents of Santa Cruz are going to be outside with pitchforks and torches.
But
Smoke! God damn it!
They're gonna.
we know he's in there.
What do they call
They're
it?
gonna light their torches made of complete stalks of dope and just trying to get you contact high.
What do they call it when they ban someone from a city? They excommunicate or something like that. Johnny will be kicked out of Santa Cruz for not smoking enough.
I know it's a very difficult concept for you to think about up there in New England, but deported is the word you're looking for.
No, deported is out of the country. If you kick someone out of the city, like out of the city limits, they're excommunicated or something. I don't know.
Exile.
But deported is fine. We'll call it deported. Anyway. So much fun. How about a topic? Give us some questions in the chat. Something we
Can we talk about what's the proper height for a female to wear yoga pants?
How about everyone in the
Yes,
chat,
so,
right?
if you'd like.
High or not high?
Because here's why I bring that up.
Around
My
the clock.
neighbor across the street wears her yoga pants like up almost under her tits.
Oh, I thought you meant how tall does a woman have to be to wear them?
No. What's the proper height?
Is she a
that the
short
yoga
woman?
pants should- No.
What's
No.
the proper height?
What's the proper height that they should be?
What year is it?
Shouldn't
What year
there's-
is it?
There's different
For the
yoga
80s, maybe like
Because she has them like up over, like they're just like where your rib cage comes up around your
what
abs.
kind of a
she's
top
been-
is she wearing?
It's almost
No,
like
no.
a fupa.
No, they I know they make yoga pants that are like obviously the high rise ones, but then they make
Look at your audience.
they make some
Look at the numbers. Watching now. 100.
they make
90,
some that are like
87.
something and they pull up over. If a woman has a gut, they pull up to kind of
gun.
hide it.
Yeah. Yeah, the gunt, the fupa. Call it what you will.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh, good shit.
Man, it's a good thing.
Uh,
I'll tell you, man.
Who sent this?
Never mind. I'm not even going to say this.
Somebody just sent this, man.
wasn't me. That says it all. Very true.
Yep.
That's got to be
Those two guys are probably the same age too.
That's
You know?
The guy on the
No
left
helmet.
looks like me, but the guy on the right is me.
Yeah.
rollerblading. That's got to be Seattle.
or Portland.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
with
Portland
the
or
bird.
Seattle.
With a bird, yeah. Those are all over here too, man.
That's
Yeah, I
not
know.
even a bird. That's like a razor.
Yeah.
They've
yeah.
they've banned those here in Arizona because fucking Tempe people were just leaving them everywhere. They were
No,
just
They banned them because they attracted guys like that.
yeah, no, there
Actually
was huge accidents, lots of accidents. You want to talk about
Yeah.
emergency room visits? Drunk college students on those razor scooters that you swipe. Yeah, I guess you have to swipe your credit card
Oh.
so that you can rent them for a while. And then either they run the batteries down on them or they just run out of whatever money they're using on their debit card or their credit card
it's
for
an
it.
app. It's an
and
app.
just leave them everywhere.
You just yeah.
Yeah, that's in Boston. They have those rent
Jeff
bikes.
Jeff
that you can
Page.
rent. You
Sorry,
just leave
John.
them where-
Jeff Page sent that.
Thank you, Jeff.
Nice, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
And then Rick Green sent this. Oh, this is always an awesome one. Caleb, you got to add this one to the.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah,
Mhm.
1984.
We already have an 84 photo. Sorry.
Oh, but that's a great picture.
That's a good one.
Look at that.
Awesome.
He must have. Jesus, that was a good one. Oh.
Oh, by the way, Butch isn't here. I forgot. Somebody was it Cobra Kai had made this for Butch
Awesome.
because we talked about how Butch owned the guitar that he got it, and then it turned out Sammy was playing that guitar.
Well,
If you guys didn't watch last night, you guys have to go back and watch last night's show.
If you guys haven't watched the show last night, it was one of the better shows because of the extreme opinions of Butch Jones. They're definitely good opinions, but everyone has their own opinion. But he makes a good case. It's interesting. I mean, I was sitting there going, "Wait a minute, that's called evolution. Eddie's evolving." And then by the end of it, I'm like, "Yeah, fuck all that Sammy shit."
Oh man.
No, I'm kidding.
God, I didn't even need to see the show to know that.
But it was funny. Like, the guy's hilarious. The whole Edward versus Eddie.
It was a
thing.
great interview with him.
Yeah. Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back.
By the way, the
definitely.
reason Edward went from Edward to Eddie officially was because he figured out what brand messaging was. So he knew that Eddie Van Halen was a brand more than Edward Van Halen. So that's why he changed his name later in life. I believe personally.
I even thought about that, but
Me neither.
I mean, did he change it officially in like print and stuff and like all of the promos and stuff? Or
he was always referred to in print as Edward Van Halen for a long, long time, and then with the advent of probably the internet and the brand,
What about the album credits? Was he always Edward? He was Edward, right? And up until the 90s?
Early on, he was always.
Is he Edward Van Halen on A Different Kind of Truth? John Biel.
Well, Paul has the CD within penis reach.
You can't look on Wikipedia because they'll just give the credit as
What are we
whatever
looking
they
for? We
want
want
to
to know
call
what
it.
he's called.
I've got the album, but it's framed on my wall.
Well, rip it off.
For A Different Kind of Truth, we want to know what he's called.
Yeah, let's go through all the albums.
Let's look at Live Without a Net right here in front of me. I think there's
It's got to be
John Biel.
By the way, they played here on Saturday, June 16th of 2012 on that tour. In case you're wondering.
That's the day after
was
my
there.
birthday.
I was there,
You were at that
and
show?
that's the night I
Eddie.
got that
He's-
picture with him.
He's Eddie on Live Without a Net.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I pulled it.
Sammy. Sammy usually called him
Just
Eddie.
did that. Damn it!
except for when he was on stage and Edward.
Yeah, well, he was referred like Sammy and Dave always
It's
called him.
going to be
Ed or-
difficult to figure out because it's all written in fucking Roth scratch. It's fucking all Roth's fucking doodlings.
Well, I have the what do I have? The 2015 remasters.
Oh yeah, Sammy calls Eddie both in Live Without a Net.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Greatest rock and roll guitar player in the world, Mr. Eddie Van Halen. And then after the solo, Edward Van Halen.
Yeah.
And Alex Bocephus Vohalen when Sammy introduces the drum solo. Alex
There are no-
Bocephus Vohalen.
It's probably not. Gonna
Jesus
focus.
Christ. How long is this fucking
Eh,
there is no
He's
band-
Edward on that the
Yeah.
first one.
That's. Well, I have.
Yeah, and
these are all
that's
the
David
reissues,
Roth.
too.
David Roth on that one.
I can't read it.
David or Dave?
Dave
It's
Roth.
David Roth. Is it? Or
It might be Dave Roth.
No, he's Dave Roth now.
John Biel.
I'll take a picture of it. Hold on.
no, on the first album, he was David Roth.
I don't know if this is the original credit printing or. Let's see if I can get it.
Maybe
Two
the
brain
same thing-
cells.
Maybe the same
Thank you,
thing with
man.
him then. David Lee Roth sounds awesome.
He's like, everyone else has three names. Why not me?
Look at that.
Thank you, man.
Eddie, middle name Van. Last name here.
Wait a minute. That's not his middle name.
Oh, I thought it was. Him and Al. There we go.
I basically just
David Roth, Edward Van Halen. It's obviously out of focus.
What is that from?
This is the first album, but it's the reissue, so I don't know. I don't know if it's the same credits that were on the original.
It doesn't have on the official album credits are just all songs by Van Halen, all songs Van Halen Roth, produced by Van Halen / John Shanks, mixed by Van Halen / Ross.
Did I ever tell you guys I scared that guy?
Did anybody ever call?
But you could save it, right?
Ever tell you I scared John Shanks one time? I was at NAMM. Who was I with? We were walking like in a dark area. Oh. This guy in the dark comes walking past us, and it's John Shanks. And right when he gets to me, I'm like, John. And he goes, he like jumped.
He thought he was looking in the mirror.
I'm like, John. And he's like, oh.
This is from that night that you went to that Phoenix show.
Yeah. Do you remember how long? Do you remember how long Dave's speech was about Russell?
Paul, that's when you were like getting in your car and driving home, and that's what Caleb was doing.
That's what I was doing. Look, Eddie Van Halen touched this shirt.
Oh.
Or this shirt touched Eddie Van Halen.
And you haven't taken it off since.
I haven't washed
it. So it's always Michael Anthony in the liner notes and interviews, but you never heard anybody from the band, at least in the Sammy era.
Sammy called
Mike or Mikey.
So is Mike the only one who actually changed his name for a real stage name? Because it was Soboleski, wasn't it? Soboleski is his real last name.
Yeah.
Dave Roth is his real name. Alex.
So to finish what I was asked, there are no last names used on the special thanks on the record. It's all Roth scratch until you get to, and this is how lazy I am. I took a picture of the record and then blew it up on my iPad so I could read it. It's just on the special thanks. It's Ed, Alex, Wolf, and interesting. Dave's special thanks just says, thanks for the dream. It's almost like he knew one record and they were done.
Yeah.
You know,
reading into it.
There was just thanks for the dream. No special thanks to the band. No special thanks to Matt Sensio, who was his manager at the time. No special thanks to anybody. Just thanks for the dream.
I'm like a senior now, and I
talk
about dreams a lot.
That's awesome, Sherman.
So there's no.
They're very nice people, Sherman. I know a few of them.
So there's no last name used on a different kind of.
So it doesn't say like who plays what instrument or anything.
Nope. It's all weird. Dave Chicken Scratch. I think at this point we kind of know who does what in Van Halen, and I think they assume that everybody knows who does what in Van Halen.
Well, there's got to be some publishing listing, right? For that,
it's just Van Halen Roth.
All
songs Van Halen / Roth.
Wow.
I can't look at that now.
Interesting.
Too late.
Steve Carmichael. Hey, man.
Yes, please do.
Well, that was a good Van Halen topic.
What was on Van Halen 3? What was Edward's name on that?
Let me check.
John Beale.
My copies of Van Halen 3, I only have the pressing.
Paul, go over to the trash can.
Put that in there.
Take it out.
23 years ago.
No, I love that record.
My copies of Van Halen 3 are the advanced copy. And
do you have the advance that has That's Why I Love You on it?
The tin copy that has never been opened.
Well, where's the razor blade?
So
that's not the teeth through it.
Oh. No, this doesn't have that. This one doesn't have That's Why I Love You on it. Those were I don't think those actually made it outside of Warner Brothers executives.
Edwin Van Helnaw. What the fuck? Bet Tom for the win.
What are you eating now?
That's the best, man. I love the cheddar. Oh, that's
but this was the one. This is the one we got screwed for when I played it on the air because it has a watermark on it. See on the bottom, it's a security number.
You leaked it.
ID security number.
So no one has a copy of Van Halen 3? That's legitimate?
Can't say I do.
I don't play CDs anymore.
I bought it and returned it.
I'm
never
not shocked
bought it.
to hear that at all.
It's the one album I never bought.
But I do have Van Halen. I do have Van Halen playing cards.
Nice.
I think, but a lot of people have mentioned kind of like revisiting that album and how you know, in retrospect, it really is a good album. There's a lot of good material on there. I don't know. A lot of people.
I thought it was a great record.
No, there isn't.
From day one, man.
I think people just after such a long time get so hungry for more Van Halen music, they almost force themselves to like Van Halen 3. That's how
it's not good. It's not a good record. I mean, the songs are just disjointed. He plays well on the record. The playing is good.
That's enough.
They needed someone to arrange that record. It really they needed someone to arrange it.
New World was played right before my wife walked down the aisle, so I think that's a beautiful piece of music right there.
Sure, if that's what you need to make it good, that's a good reason.
No, that's a beautiful piece of music.
Yeah, the music it was just a disjointed, poorly arranged, unfocused record. It has moments of brilliance on it, but it's just incomplete.
The reason I don't like it is it's because of Gary. And I like it.
Gary was great on it.
That's Friday. That's Friday.
I never liked Gary's voice. I hope I don't insult Gary, but the voice never got me, and so when I heard he was in the band, I was very, very skeptical.
I was so disappointed when I found that out.
Well, and it was only just a few months after seeing Roth and hearing those songs.
It was such a tease.
They teased us with those songs. I thought we were going back to something, Yeah.
So, that's why I completely was miserable about it,
Question for everybody in the chat and for you guys on the show. I just got texted from somebody offering to sell me a Marshall Silver Jubilee half stack for $2,500.
$25? Yeah. No, $2,500. No.
I don't know if that's a good price or not.
Well, the Silver Jubilee is a JCM 800 head and matching cab, but it's got the silver Tolex on it. It's the anniversary that it came out. And what was it? What was the silver anniversary? 87.
That's for a vintage Marshall JCM 800.
Yeah,
I mean a reissue. That's a little steep, but not that I know my Marshalls. But for a half stack, that's a reissue 800 sounds reasonable. But,
well, it's an 87, so it's not a reissue. They still made.
But the 800s didn't they? That wasn't that the 70s version, the 800s, or was that the 80s version?
It was the 80s version.
Oh,
JCM 800s were the 80s head,
and the 900s were the 90s. Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense. So.
I don't know. I just felt on Van Halen 3, the vocal melodies weren't anything memorable. Almost annoying a lot of the time, in my opinion. And that's just vocal. I'm sure
it didn't go well.
I'm sure it
didn't go well with the music.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like didn't really gel, and that's just chemistry. You can't. When Paul always talks about, you can't force that.
Right.
It either is or it isn't. And obviously, the tension with Roth and Eddie. That was great. And it just worked. And when Sammy joined, it was the perfect time when that happened, and it worked. But, lightning in the bottle twice. Right. You're lucky with that one.
If they had gone from 95 to, what was it, right into Gary, without the whole Roth tease, it would have been it certainly would have been a bit more, better for the band. Because they lost a lot of fans because of that Roth tease, I think. At least me. That's why I didn't.
The when you get built up and you're looking forward to something like they're getting Roth back. Yeah, because when it happened, I was obviously pissed because I loved Sammy. I love Sammy and Van Halen, and I was bummed because you always think like Eddie and Sammy love each other, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, what do you mean Sammy's out of the band? It was like I couldn't believe it. But the only thing that made it, what's the word, tolerable, was the fact that they were getting back together with Roth. That made it okay. And then when that goes away, and they get a guy that you think that I thought in my head, and I knew it wouldn't work, it was like, it was like disappointing before you even heard it.
Well, for someone that was there a few years earlier and, fell in love with the original band and then saw that dissolve, I think the Van Halen fan of 1985 was like, what are they going to do? Like, how can they continue with anybody that's not Roth? How are they going to do this? What's it going to sound like? What's it going to feel like? It's like, we're talking about the greatest band in the world at that point. No doubt about it. And they're finished. So we didn't know how it was going to be. We knew, it still had the music, but vocals are a huge part of rock and roll. So
it could have all ended
there. And when I heard it was Sammy, I fucking hated Three Lock Box. Like, it was literally like punch the channel on MTV every time it came on, and like there was something very poser about Sammy to me when he was introduced to me, not in the Montrose years, but as a solo artist. He just appeared to be trying so hard, trying way too hard to be a rocker, and hearing the first song, hearing Why Can't This Be Love? I mean, it goes back before that to Farm Aid. That was a good moment. And like, I think Farm Aid was like the bridge between the bands, because when they played rock and roll at Farm Aid, we know. Okay.
Hey guys,
I like Sammy. I like
Sammy. He was selling his book. I bought 3 copies.
Had the news broken at before Farm?
I won.
No, Farm Aid was the first time.
That's what I thought.
I won to him off MySpace.
But what happened when Farm Aid happened? They played that song, and when Eddie soloed in that song, look at it. I'm sure everyone's seen that video. But the way that Sammy like shakes his head and smiles at the end of that solo when Eddie does his run down to the tap, the single tap, and he just shakes his head like, oh man, we're gonna.
Sammy's pinching himself. I'm in Van Halen.
It was a moment. It was like it gave us all hope. It gave me hope as a Van Halen fan. That moment at the end of that solo when Sammy shakes his head and smiles. Like we're gonna continue, and for me it's always about Eddie Van Halen. I could care less who's singing, but when 5150 came out, I wasn't a big fan of the first single. I mean, I thought it sounded different, but I knew the old band was gone.
What was it?
They made it very clear that the old band was done with that song.
Yeah, Caleb and I are the same age, and I think had the same experience. And that was Van Halen was at the peak of their career in '84, and were arguably the biggest band on the planet. And you just kind of go, well, what the fuck are we going to do now? And I'm with Caleb on this again. I didn't mean to cut you off, Caleb, but I was just sort of like, I want to continue to echo your thought, which was when Why Can't This Be Love came out, I was like, oh no, if this is what it's going to be, shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, it's Van Halen. Let's hope that this isn't it. And I think that either WBCN in Boston or WAAF did an album preview when they got the advance, and And I heard Get Up, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is going to be cool.
No, I heard Summer Nights, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was the thing. It was like, it was that single was fucking awful. I still hate Why Can't This Be Love?
Oh, I love
it. It should have been Summer Nights.
Yep. Agreed.
It
or Best of Both Worlds.
To release a keyboard song as their first single with the new singer, that's a bold,
and
like you say, it should have been Summer
that
Nights.
song.
The story is that when Mo Austin came up to the studio and Lenny Waronker, the brass from Warner Brothers, they played him that song first, and Mo Austin put his hand in the air and went.
It's like they wanted.
That's what I was about to say. That song is money, man.
What a piece of
great song. I like that.
That's a hit. But that's everything I hate about Sammy Hagar. The lyrics are fucking cheese whiz.
You mean only time will tell if we stand the test of time? Is not a good lyric.
No. And it's got what it takes. So tell me, why can't this be love? What Van Halen doesn't do. Van Halen does. So this is love.
I get that.
So that was my.
Van Halen ain't talking about love,
right? I mean, that's my point. If you go talk about the Love trilogy, Out of Love Again, ain't talking about love, Out of Love Again. So this is love. Why can't this be love? It can't be. This is garbage. And the Giggle Stick synth solo was fucking garbage too. And I was like, ugh. Now the rest of the record is fucking phenomenal, and obviously Sammy's vocal performance on Dreams is
Dreams
beyond stellar.
5150, and 5150.
It's beyond stellar, and Sammy has a range. Here's the thing: Sammy's vocal range is phenomenal, and his voice is singular. Nobody sounds like Sammy Hagar. He can't write lyrics. He's so hit and miss with lyrics. When he's on, he's on. Mine Oh Mine is great. Seventh Seal is great. Don't Tell Me is actually great. But then you get Can't Stop Loving You. And,
feels so good.
And feels so good. And When It's Love.
Jay checks his watch.
No, I'm getting a text. My cousin Mike's watching from Maryland, and he just texted Sammy rocked Montrose solo Standing Hampton. Yeah, that's his
and HSAS. HSAS was fucking great too.
He actually introduced my brother to Sammy Hagar. Standing Hampton was the first cassette.
Great record.
I think you let him borrow. I think that's the first record of Sammy's that I like. I'm not a Montrose fan. Even I think I put on YouTube one time the HSAS stuff, and it didn't click. Maybe I'd have to listen to it again because I completely forget.
Mm-hmm.
But
that one song is cool. That's Standing on Top of the Rock or whatever.
Yeah, the HSAS record is great.
I'll have to listen to it again.
In fact, Chickenfoot was supposed to be HSAS too. That was what it was originally going to be. It was going to be Hagar, Satriani, Anthony, and Smith.
Oh shit! That's pretty.
And they changed the name of the band.
Wow. Interesting.
But it was going to be. It was also going to be HSAS. They were going to call it HSAS 2. And it got shot. And Neil Schon was actually originally involved before Joe Satriani got involved. It was supposed to be Neil Schon, Sammy Hagar, Michael Anthony, and a drummer to be named later.
Interesting.
That was the project.
Wow.
Look, 5150
asked what drummers could they have chosen with an S name?
Well, Steve Smith from Journey.
No. Yeah, because it was Shreve, right? Michael Shreve.
Michael Shreve, yeah. So, but it was, I mean, it was, and it's a good record. And I actually like the Chickenfoot records. I think the Chickenfoot records are good. Some of that stuff is fantastic, but it's hit or miss.
I just got it.
Yeah, the Chickenfoot stuff. I listened to it a little bit, but it's that's the thing with me. It's like I always compare it to Van Halen, or the earlier Sammy Stolo stuff, like from oh my god, my brain right now.
Stolo
from
Montrose,
from Standing Hampton on. Even the one after he joined Van Halen, I think is a really good record. So
I think that the success of 5150 was because there were great songs, period.
And the failure of Van Halen 3 is that they weren't great songs,
right?
Period.
And that's what it was. I always make the point. I'm not a Backstreet Boys fan, but
Oh, really?
I Want It That Way is a great fucking song.
Sure, it is a great
You
song.
know
It's
what
the
I mean?
undeniable or undeniable.
It's a great song, and when you hear Dreams, when I heard that song, I was like, this is a great fucking song. I don't care whose song it is, but it happens to be Van Halen's song. But the music always rises above.
But it didn't on Van Halen 3.
No,
because it was so disjointed. It was incomplete. Like
what he had like 7-part songs.
Yes,
like, you can't do that. Like
now,
especially when you're introducing people to a new era. It's like they needed to keep it simple.
Once you're a that kind of band and you go kind of like in a progressive way and
Froggy,
song 6 minutes. Doesn't work like
arguably that. That's what they did on 5150 is they kept it simple. I mean, they kind of kept a formula, and it was a departure, but I think those songs could have been the next on the next Roth album. It was Ed and the band that I was going to say that kind of gave him the jump start that they needed with the Sammy. You still had the same band and you still had Ed. That was one of the big selling points for 5150, I think.
There were only 2 Van Halen songs on 3. Fire in the Hole and Without You. Those are the only songs that are complete on 3. And then the rest of it is so disjointed. It's sad because it was like you could hear how fucked up Eddie was, and then you hear how fucked up Eddie was, and you kind of go, well, of course, that was what we heard on the tape. And the sad part was Extreme had just released a fantastic record called Waiting for the Punchline. It was an outstanding record that got completely overlooked because it was released in 1994-95 when grunge was the biggest thing going on.
Oh, I got made fun of for going to pick that up.
It's a great record.
Oh, I know.
It might be the best Extreme record from start to finish.
I got shredded for getting that.
Wait, my friend picture?
Busting my balls for that.
Great record, fantastic songs, well produced. And the only
very different set. It has a lot of. It's really raw.
It's a great record, and Mike Mangini is the driving force behind the record. He was perfect in Extreme. Unfortunately, the band broke up, and then he went on to do other things afterwards. But had he stayed in Extreme, they might have made some more great records. I think Gary was the right guy for that band and the wrong guy for Van Halen. And you would think a band that is, so influenced by Van Halen as Extreme was, and a player that is so influenced by Eddie as Nuno is, you would think, well, if he can play with a guy that's kind of like Eddie and write songs kind of like Eddie, why not put him in with Eddie? And it was oil and water. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
And that's not Gary's fault. It really is Eddie's fault. Eddie was fucked up and he just didn't listen to anybody outside. He was in that, I'm going to take over this band and do this all myself. And maybe Eddie's not as great an arranger when he's fucked up as he is when he's sober.
Paul Marshall, everybody.
Paul Marshall. The opinions expressed by Paul Marshall do not reflect.
Yeah, whatever.
Wasn't us.
It's not like it's a secret.
I'm not the only one that feels this way about Van Halen 3.
A Year to the Day is a good song. It's way too long.
Too long. It's funny you say that, though.
It's a year long.
You say that, but it's not that much longer than Me Wise Magic.
Well, Me Wise Magic has that huge
it's the longest Van Halen song.
Me Wise Magic's a better song. It's just a better song.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing.
Yeah. You don't think about how long a song is if it's a good song.
You only think of how long a song is if you're like, this doesn't feel like a long song.
Wow. So much rhyming.
Well, I mean, Won't Get Fooled Again is 8 minutes long. Nobody has a problem with it.
That might be the longest. Well, but that's a live. Well, no, they did a studio of Won't Get Fooled Again, didn't they? What's the longest Van Halen track?
I'm going to say it's either Without You or Year to the Day. Without You is pretty long too, because you count.
It's got to be Sammy, yeah. Something.
Feeling, right? Is Feeling long too?
Feeling's pretty long, yeah.
6 something, right? Maybe.
I'm going to say year to year. I can't talk. In the chat. In the chat. We should be asking the chat all this stuff. What's the longest Van Halen song?
There's people watching this?
We have 100 people watching this.
The shortest song.
Still?
But I've told this
on the
story
panel
before.
What's the shortest song?
When I heard Me Wise Magic on the radio for the first time, and knew that David Lee Roth was back with Van Halen, which is what it all appeared to be at the time, I cried like a baby because that song is fantastic. And it's
Sunday Afternoon in the Park would be the shortest song.
It was new Van Halen, but it had the old feel. And, you know, you couldn't do any better. And the other song I think is just as good.
I think the other song is better.
I love that song.
Can't Get the Stuff?
Yeah, I love that song just as much. They're both fantastic songs.
Chemistry. So, and they sound even that much better after Van Halen 3.
Oh yeah. But they sounded great then. I mean, that was very hopeful time in Van Halen when we heard those two songs. That was
and then we saw them come out.
And we saw what Dave looked like.
Which was, I mean, I loved that.
As they were coming out, and then
was just a tease.
When Dave's doing his whole thing behind them, and I was like,
when Dave did
when I saw what Dave was wearing, I was like, uh-oh.
But why was that a problem what Dave was wearing when Eddie wore fucking overalls on tour?
Eddie could wear overalls again. That's 1982.
That was classic.
I thought Dave was writing character for that 96.
Eddie could wear overalls every time. Doesn't matter. But Dave can't wear jeans.
Dave was wearing like the zoot suit.
Below his
he was wearing mom pants.
It was a zoot suit.
Mom jeans.
Without the jacket.
Mom jeans.
Mom jeans.
Man, those Cavariccis. I remember those were like $100.
Cavariccis, yeah.
And that foofy shirt, that was just like with the low V. That was awful.
And the goofy hair.
And the comb over to hide his baldness.
Yeah, the goofy hair was pretty.
He was in an awkward hair.
That cocaine frozen face, you know that.
The politician smile.
It was scary.
Yeah, and a year later he was working for New York City EMS, right? Or a couple years later.
He volunteered to do that, didn't he?
Oh, I'm sure he didn't need the money. I think that was a whole, he wanted to do it. I mean, that was Dave. That was just Dave experiment going out and
there are rumors.
What do you think, Johnny?
There are rumors that Dave had health problems and still does that are associated with him trying to learn as much as he can about medicine and how to treat certain conditions.
Was that what was behind the whole idea of doing it?
I mean, that rumor has been floated for a long time.
There's certain things we'll never know, like
right?
Who killed Kennedy and who David Lee Roth is. Like we just won't know who he is.
That's what I'm saying.
We've talked about the potential for him, Parkinson's and shakes and things that we've noticed health-wise with him, and there have been rumors about his health for the better part of 30 years. And at that point, I'm sure that sort of dictated some of the experiences that he's taken on in his life. He's one of those guys that certainly lives every day of his life as if it's his last.
We all should.
That's right.
You're getting on a bike tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, we're all going to sleep in a little bit. Will we wake up?
I just got up, man.
Randy Price.
834. Feeling 634. Me Wise Magic 608. Those are the three long.
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, but there are
Randy
two and a
Price.
half minutes of Year to the Day of the fucking intro. Just that nonsense.
I'd say the shortest Van Halen song is Growth, even though it's not considered an actual song. I mean, that's what.
Yeah, I'd say Sunday Afternoon in the Park is the shortest.
Isn't Little song. Guitar's intro or Spanish Fly shorter than Sunday Afternoon in the Park?
Growth
isn't its own song.
Yeah,
but Growth's part of Simple Rhyme. It's not its own song.
Yeah, but it's not its own track.
Then it's got to be Spanish Fly. Isn't Spanish Fly like 102
yeah, but
or
that's
something?
It's an instrumental interlude. That's not a song. It's not a song.
What's the quote? Ask Beethoven
that, and he'll kick your behind.
There you go.
Yeah, but I kind of understand what Paul's saying. I understand what Paul's saying.
That's why I'd say Growth is the shortest song, because it's the whole.
That's not a song either. It doesn't have vocals.
It's not a track either.
No, it is a song. They played that in concert.
But you said Sunday Afternoon in the Park. There's no vocals in Sunday Afternoon in the Park. Got you there.
That's a great song.
I love.
Well, I take that back. I meant 1 foot out the door. My apologies.
But that's like 2 minutes long. That's longer than
unfinished song, man.
Come here.
Two things.
You really got me is only like 2.5 minutes, isn't it?
You really got me is not their song.
Come here.
Oh my goodness. Paul is shooting us down tonight.
It's
What's it
not
going
their
to be? Okay.
Ask the chat.
So the short
Ask
1984, another
Intro.
candidate.
So we're gonna consider instrumentals.
1984 is a snippet of what he actually
And that
did.
was like a half hour long. Or that.
How long is Sinner
session
Swing?
was?
How long is Sinner Swing?
Oh, it's at least
how
3
long?
minutes.
How long do sinners swing, or how long is?
Sinner Swing's at least 3 minutes.
Now, 1 foot out the door, or
Tora. Yeah, I mean, there are tracks. There's album tracks.
I love that one.
And I wouldn't consider Tora a song.
I do.
mean, if we're having that argument,
yeah, if you can't consider Tora songs,
John,
then neither is Spanish Fly or Eruption or Intruder.
The thing is, anybody that writes music or writes instrumentals or songs or with lyrics or whatever, any little piece of music, no matter what it is a song.
Beethoven again. Ask Beethoven that
That's what it
were
is.
the Beethoven.
You can't ask Beethoven. He's fucking dead.
And he couldn't hear either.
Beef
He was
of it.
deaf.
like the intro to this show. I mean, those in the chat. I mean, do you consider this? Wait, is this it here? Do you consider this a song? Well, that's not it. This one? That's not it either. This one?
I think if it's a track,
Is that a song?
Here's why it's
on
a
the album.
song.
It's not a
Your
song.
Here's why it's a song. Your musical project doesn't have a vocalist.
It's not a song. It's an intro.
But it wasn't. It was never. When I wrote that, it was just a little demo.
Yeah,
it was
but-
never
but-
meant to be anything.
riff.
But
I mean,
but do you
could
have
call it a riff?
That's all it is.
Does your project have a singer?
That one? No. No.
Then it's a song. But if your band has a singer and you put together a 3-minute piece of music with no vocals on it, that's still not a song. It's an instrumental, but it's not
right.
considered a song it's
So-
not a band project.
Asterisks.
Yeah, 1 foot out the door is 159. That's pretty damn short.
1 foot out the door would probably be their shortest song.
But Little Guitars is like, or Spanish Fly is what, 1 minute and
Not
10
a
seconds?
song. It's an instrumental.
But 1 foot out the door doesn't have vocals. What are we saying? Like which?
Yes, it does.
1 foot out the door has
let's-
vocals.
So you're,
All right,
you're
all right,
telling me
all right, 1 foot.
It's got one verse.
I'm thinking of Sunday afternoon. All right.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Call of,
I'm with you, John.
so
You
Call
get
of
the two of them
Cthulhu from
confused.
Metallica isn't a song because it's an instrumental.
That's complete. It's a complete song. These other ones are not complete songs.
All right.
Yeah, they're called
all
pieces.
intros
Why
that
would
go
say
in, little pieces that
Eddie
connect
called them
things.
pieces.
That's why I would
Edward,
say growth,
he called
even though
them
it was an
pieces.
Easter egg.
Yeah.
He never called Eruption a song. He called it a piece.
They don't stand on their own. On their own.
There was
Yeah.
that, but what about that quote from him? It wasn't that quote referring to Eruption. What's a song without vocals, or what a song? What's the quote?
What's funny though,
and then it ends with Beethoven. Ask Beethoven. That.
Eruption is often considered the intro to "You Really Got
Look
Me."
that up.
If you play "You Really Got Me" without Eruption in front of it, people lose their fucking minds on the radio.
I changed the
part of-
channel as soon as Eruption's over. I don't want to hear "You Really Got Me." I want to hear
But
that at all.
that's what it is. Nobody plays Eruption by itself on
I
the
know.
radio. Nobody plays Spanish Fly by itself on the radio.
What's
or
Intruder before Pretty Woman?
That's an intro. That's the intro to Pretty Woman. It's the whole setup to Pretty Woman.
But it's a song.
It's like 1984.
It's a track on an album.
But it's not a
But
song.
is it a song? I think a piece has to hit a certain threshold to be able to stand on its own, like Paul's saying.
Yeah.
It doesn't become a song until it hits that certain something, and obviously that's debatable,
Right.
you know. But I don't think, you know,
This is as fired up as this show's ever been, by the way.
Here's the quote. Here's the quote from Edward. Some people think a song without words isn't a real song. Tell Beethoven that, and he'll kick your ass.
But Beethoven
So-
wrote complete musical pieces.
I'm thinking that Ed's referring to Eruption when he's or Spanish Fly or any of the instrumentals.
He
when
said
he's
at the
saying that.
Smithsonian interview, he said, then I came up with pieces like Eruption and Spanish Fly. He literally referred to them as pieces, not songs. Pieces. Pieces.
It's a nice
I'm out.
plosive.
So then what's our between the five of us? What's our definition of a song? I mean, I think we all probably have different definitions.
I think it has to have a verse and a chorus, right?
Lyric. It has to have a vocalist.
No, it doesn't have to have lyric.
No, I just think it has to be complete.
I don't think it has to have vocals.
All right, well,
It just has to have
a song, right?
Beluchitherium is a song.
It has to have at least it just has to be a piece of music. It just has to be just a piece of music.
That's what
It
I
has
said.
to be a
That's all it
complete
is.
piece of music that stands on its own.
But what's complete?
Cathedral
Like
a
what?
song?
Like
Spanish
Is
Fly.
Cathedral a song?
would you consider like
Cathedral,
one
sure.
verse for like 2 minutes long a song?
No,
One part that keeps going for 2 minutes, would that be considered a song?
hell no.
Yes.
One part for 8 minutes by itself.
Mary Had a Little Lamb is a song, right?
What's the definition of
Row
a song?
your boat is
Let's see what the definition of a song is.
Jubilee.
Here we go.
Is Cathedral a song?
All right. So I would say Cathedral.
Well,
is-
technically, Cathedral was written by Edward Van Halen, Alex Van Halen, Michael Anthony, and David Lee Roth.
Right, until he took the publishing away from Michael Anthony.
Yeah. Eruption stands on
By
its
the
own,
way-
and Tom says yes, because it's Eruption.
Let's point something out. We all heard the quote this past week that Michael, when he was on the podcast talking about the career-spanning box set and stuff, the idea that Michael Anthony is being consulted on projects involving Van Halen is a mending of fences that I think is fantastic to hear.
Yeah.
I have to.
I
listen
think
to
that's
those
fantastic to
interviews.
hear.
I
It
know
is.
Mike's
I
done
agree with
a lot of interviews in the last couple of weeks. I want to listen to some of those.
Yeah, and if Jeremy White's watching, great interview with Michael Anthony, by the way.
I just think that's great. I think that's, the idea that he's actually commenting on things involving Van Halen and decision making in the Van Halen catalog.
He's back
That
in the
means
can.
somewhere along the line, somebody has officially mended those fences, and he's now part of the family again, which I think is great.
Definitely.
Yeah, he made
What?
it sound like
No one
like
wants to hear Cathedral.
that the mastering of the Sammy years is very possible, and the remastering, and that it would be involved with Alex and Wolfgang, and so Wolfgang will be a part of that apparently.
Mhm.
So, but
I'm sure Mike and Wolfgang have always been on good terms.
I mean, I'd love to hear OU812 remastered.
I'd
I'd like to hear all of
today.
the Sammy
Today.
stuff. Although the Japanese stuff was sort of remastered when they put out the box set, but it's not official like the way we'd want it to be. The Japanese just do their own thing.
Yeah, just got to hear fatter drums and a bass in those songs. That would be nice.
And I was listening.
It's
Butch
the
was
whole.
talking about-
Sorry, John Bill. Oh, 812. It's the whole. It's the entire production is thin.
the mastering.
There is bass
Mixing.
there.
Mixing is thin.
Is it the
There
mix-
is bass
the
there.
master-
It's the EQ.
well,
It's the
what is
EQ.
what's involved in mixing?
Well, EQ. Yeah, it's the EQ of the album is the reason why.
But at the same time, you can't just EQ an entire stereo. You can, of course, to build it up, but you got to think of it. If the kick drum is, in one spot of the frequency spectrum,
Right.
and the bass guitar is in that same frequency spectrum,
The bass guitar should be here. Bass guitar
We're not
shouldn't
talking
be.
about where
bass
and-
guitar
we're not
should be
talking about the
mono.
stereo spectrum. We're
yeah,
talking, you're
there's
talking
a
about
kick drum and bass guitar are mono.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
Frequency.
left and right. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the frequencies, So if the bass guitar and the kick drum are in the same, frequency, once you turn the entire bass or a certain frequency up on an entire stereo
Every time the
file-
kick drum comes out, every time the kick drum hits, it mutes the bass.
oh my God, I got to get out of here.
Is that what you're saying?
No,
not really.
It disappears.
I know what
No,
Johnny
but when there's EQs and frequencies, stuff clashes and stuff you know.
Yeah. Okay. So you're listening to the
not if you go in and EQ the individual tracks though, Johnny. If you go in and you fix the drums and let the drums spread out so that they fill that spot that the bass is not killing, and those frequencies don't cancel each other out.
That's the first thing you do. You EQ you do all the drums first.
Absolutely, and they should have done that the first time around, but they didn't, because Alex's drum sounds on both 5150 and OU812 are substandard compared to the rest of the catalog.
A lot of acoustic on OU812 acoustic drums, didn't he? He started bringing them back into the mix.
He started bringing some of them back in, but he was still using pads
for some of the songs. Finish What You Started was all he uses is kick, snare, and hi-hat on that. That's it. No crashes, no toms, nothing.
What I'm saying, if you're listening to a song and you're like, the bass guitar is good, there's a lot of but the kick drum is kind of flat, and you want to turn the bass on the kick drum up, well, guess what? Now the bass guitar is going to be up here. So what if you affect one frequency or change one frequency on a song, anything else that's in that same frequency is going to be affected by it
on an instrument. Everything affects everything else.
Mm-hmm. We think there's only so much sound that can occupy a frequency.
Yeah.
Jeff's quote, put that up.
Nothing has been said.
Can we think of another 1988 album that had really low bass?
Usually you try to find
this one.
Yeah.
And Justice for All.
You try to find the sweet spot in certain instruments of where like the harmonic, things happen, where certain, instruments shine. And then when something else is operating that same frequency, you kind of notch stuff out to make room for the other, the same frequency in a different instrument.
Now, the way to make that to differentiate between the two that are on the same frequency is you put effects on one and leave the other one dry, so that your ears will hear the difference in percussion and bass.
I'm gonna have to try that. I've never tried that.
Proverbial wet, dry, wet.
Yeah,
for your ears, if you will, or just wet, dry.
So. Yeah, you'll be because you can hear if the snare, because it happens, the snare pop. And the bass and guitar can all be, you could hit like an A chord. Everybody can hit an A chord and the snare pop can be in there. But if there's reverb on that snare, you'll hear the reverb. And that will differentiate. That'll differentiate. Even though they're occupying the same frequency, you can still differentiate because you're hearing an effect.
That's not easy, by the way, Jeff, to make Jeff stay up past his bedtime. What's going on there?
Trying to find the
Did you replace that Gibson logo yet?
No, Johnny. What was it? The drum roll.
Play Eruption, because that's a song.
It's interesting. You want to get the definition of a song? If a radio station would play it by itself, it's a song.
Ooh. All right. The Merriam-Webster definition of a song. Here we go. This is the official definition. Number 1. The first is the act or art of singing is a song. That's the definition.
Gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, so it has to have vocals.
No,
that's number 1.
That's the definition.
True.
That's the Merriam-Webster. Okay, I'm going to give it to him. Number 2.
I'm glad you agree with Merriam-Webster. The authority.
Number 2 is a poetical composition. In other words, lyrics, song. Number 2. Okay, number 3, part A, a short musical composition of words in music. So again, 1, 2, 3 words. Song equals words.
Yep. Because we have the word instrumental also. Hello.
Oh man. But let's get down to number 4. The 4th definition of a song is a short music. No, damn it. A distinctive or characteristic sound or series of sounds, as of a bird or an insect. So a bird and insect can have a song without lyrics
because they vocalize.
Oh, there's a great question by Jeff there for the radio guy. Do you see that one, Paul?
Yes, they have played Heartbreaker by itself, and they
close the station down, right?
They get completely. Here's the thing: worse than that, Jeff, playing Heartbreaker by itself without Livin' Lovin' Made, and I was shocked because Jimmy Page actually did Heartbreaker into Communication Breakdown on the first Led Zeppelin box set, And it was the first time I heard it, I was like, "Oh, you got to be shitting me! How can you do that?"
They changed it up.
Even worse than that is when a radio station cuts off the end of Over the Hills and Far Away before the song fades back in. You want to see phone lines go nuts? Cut off the end of that. It's such a useless waste of the end of the song. But Jesus, if you don't do it, if you don't let that thing fade out or fade back in the end of Thank You from Led Zeppelin, if you let that fade out and not let it fade back in, people go nuts.
Is it We Will Rock You into
yes,
Champions?
We Will Rock You into We Are the Champion. Nobody plays We Are the Champions outside of We Will Rock You and vice versa.
All the double songs.
Even your grandmother goes, with a purple umbrella.
Yeah. But if you go to the first Led Zeppelin box set, the 1990 box set, and you look at the track listing, it goes Heartbreaker, Communication Breakdown.
Yeah,
I remember all the Zeppelin people's heads went boom, like Michael Ironside and Scanners. They were fucking furious. They were furious that he did that.
Man.
What I love is they left the horrible vocal crack in Heartbreaker at the end of Heartbreaker. When the last time Robert Plant sings Go Away Heartbreaker, he cracks, and it's fucking great.
Well, yeah, those mistakes are great.
Yes.
Rick Beato did the whole what was the one he just did shit, now I can't think of it. He analyzed
Dynamite Drop In, Monty.
Well, and I was thinking of somebody auto-tuned Steve Perry on online, and it just goes to show that Steve Perry auto-tuned is terrible, but it's not because he's
Well, we had that thing a few weeks ago where they tried to fix Running with the Devil to time.
I hate that. That's why
took all the soul out of the song.
That's why when I'm using a drum machine, I use the Alesis drum machine. There's a little feature on it that adds a swing, a natural rhythm to it, almost like an algorithm, that doesn't keep it in perfect quantizing. Yeah. Because everything perfect is that's 9 Inch Nails, and that's soulless.
There it is.
It's still good. I mean, 9 Inch Nails is great music for what it is.
Put your face next to it.
But it's pretty inhuman.
You're pictured with the Alesis.
Yes, he has to have his picture with the Alesis.
There it is. Get my Alesis over there. You can't see it. It's
very good. Yep.
No, that's the beauty of bands like The Cult and Springsteen and the Rolling Stones. Those guys are not perfect pitch vocalists at all, but they fit the groove of the music that they're involved in. Chris Robinson
talking about "Love Reign O'er Me" from the Who.
Yep, same thing with Roger Daltrey.
Doesn't always hit the note.
No, not a technically perfect singer, but a perfect singer for the Who.
Absolutely, yeah.
Bruce Springsteen, not a great singer, but a great singer for what he does. Mellencamp, same thing.
Yep.
And Roth, great for what he does, but not a technically great singer. Technically great singers, there are a lot of technically great singers that can't write a song to save their life. Jeff Tate.
Ooh. Well, it goes for musicians too. It's like The Cult. Billy Duffy's the perfect guitar player for that band.
Ian. Yep. I love The Cult. I love The Cult a lot.
He's not a great guitar player, but
for that band he is.
But for that band, it works for sure. Absolutely.
Yep. And people who might think I'm ripping into Jeff Tate as a slam. If Jeff Tate were a great songwriter outside of Queensryche, he would have written great songs, but he hasn't. He hasn't been. There's a chemistry. When Jeff Tate was with Chris DeGarmo in the confines of Queensryche, that chemistry worked.
Hell yeah, it did.
But once DeGarmo left that band, they got progressively worse. He certainly was the heart and soul of Queensryche.
Yeah, I mean, they fell off the cliff with here in the Now Frontier, in my opinion, because they tried to strip everything back and kind of fit the mold of
that and Promised Land were both just at the end.
I love Promised Land. It's a very dark record,
but it's the end.
Oh yeah, I mean, they were done right. I mean, it's still, I think Promised Land is still a great album, but Empire to me is still, just because of the songwriting, the production, everything sounded amazing on it. The mix is just over the top great.
Well, again, you're talking about a great 2-album run there too. I mean, between Mindcrime and Empire. A lot of bands don't get to have a 5-year period like 86 through 91.
Does it hold up today? Is it dated?
Empire, hell yeah.
Is it dated when you hear it today though? It's like, oh, this is 1990.
No, everything's nice and everything's
both Empire and Operation Mindcrime hold up.
I don't know about Mindcrime. It's the distortion on that, especially the solo guitars are very like digital sound. You know, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, they definitely jumped the shark after Promised Land.
Whatever.
What Promise Canned? Look at Jeff took that down. He's like, I can't have it say Promise Canned.
Promise Canned.
Get it right, Jeff.
I was so bummed when I went and got that CD. Oh,
and then
no.
And then they made the mistake of trying to do Operation Mindcrime 2. Ooh.
Yeah, that was
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Look, I mean, mistakes are what it's all about. Some of the greatest parts of our favorite songs were mistakes. It's just a fact. I believe the pre-chorus in Unchained was a mistake. There's no way that they wrote that part the way it is without fucking it up and making it that way.
How about when Dave says, "I like the way that he says that line and then he stops."
No, I thought you said I like it.
Is that a mistake?
I like him.
No. Kurt 5150 and Andrew Fender Guru, they were talking about that last night.
Oh yeah,
on their show, and they were saying that's all edited.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
They were saying Roth actually drops a bunch of F-bombs during that, and it was all edited together. Like when Eddie comes in with the Dono and he over Roth, it's like they're cutting out like an F-bomb there or something.
Cool. Shit.
That's what he was saying.
But things like the one line that Nicolette Larson sings in Could This Be Magic, to me, makes the magic of the song. I love that. I love the rain in the background. You know, I love
picturing them on the landing, you know, where they load into Sunset Sound, recording that song in the rain. That's the coolest thing ever.
Garage open.
And by the way, great show last night for those guys.
I love the bass level being taken down on So This Is Love because it's over modulating and then leaving it in the mix. I think those things are moments. That's why I don't like certain remasters. Like there were certain remasters that are done where they take some of the human element or some of the snapshots of those moments and they fix them. I don't want you to fix them. That was part of the charm of the song.
Right.
You know, the mumble at the beginning of Spanish Fly.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
It's Ed. Everyone, but it sounds like Dave.
You know what I mean? I just love those.
What would Dave be in there?
Why would that be?
No, that's the same argument that everyone has. It makes sense.
Funny,
but it sounds like Dave.
When I was a kid, I pictured them sitting next to each other. And Dave, you know, that I thought it was Dave when I was a kid.
Or it
only makes sense to be Ed.
Yeah. Or the guitar vocal trade off at the beginning of Fools, and you hear Dave whisper, "Let's try one together one time."
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I mean, like that.
I love Fools. Fools is one of the best.
Those things that are the special moments
and
that are caught on tape.
When he starts laughing.
Yeah.
That's
I love it.
Great about Van Halen, man. These are the things that this is why we all love it.
But they're not the only band that did it.
No.
They're not the only band that did it. And you know, Zeppelin did it. There's a great on Physical Graffiti at the end of Black Country Woman. You hear John Bonham fucking cough in the background. And then you hear Robert Plant goes, cough. And then in the back, you hear fucking Bonham goes, "That's the one you're gonna want, isn't it?"
Or you hear the airplane in the
Sherman.
background of one of Van Halen. I mean, Led Zeppelin 3. You hear the airplane in the background, and Plant says that, "Leave it, leave it."
No, that's the beginning. That's Physical Graffiti.
Oh, okay.
It's that's the beginning of Black Country Woman. That whole song was
that's
recorded
exactly
outside.
what you were talking about. I missed
yeah.
But you hear that in the like an air because they recorded it outside on Headley Grange.
And you hear the engineer, who I think might be what's his name? One of the
Johns, Glenn.
Andy
John?
John?
One of the Johns. It might be Andy or Glenn Johns, who says, "I want to get this airplane out of there." And Robert goes, "Nah, leave it."
Nah, leave it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they kick into the song.
But you're right. Yeah.
Why would you why would you take those great moments out? I mean, that to me sanitizes it.
I know, right?
And I don't want it sanitized.
Yeah,
Butch is out of town tonight. That's why he's not here.
We'll see him next week.
I still think he's hungover.
Butch is out of love.
I was hungover for him.
We love you, Butch. No, that was a great show, Jay and Johnny. It was a great interview with Butch.
I mean, if Butch was on the show tonight, we'd just be talking about Van Halen too. So
yeah.
Hey, and I'd love, and I was all ready to talk about just Van Halen too, because and I listened to a bunch of it last night.
Hi.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, buddy.
I
gotta listen to that bootleg, man.
Get out of there.
Yeah, you do.
I did Out of Love again today.
I'll have to check that on you uploaded that?
I did.
I love your riffs, Caleb. I love your uploads.
Thanks.
Good stuff, man.
Thanks.
Always a treat.
I
And I'm
rush
not
it,
being
though.
sarcastic.
I rush it because I literally learn it in 40 minutes and I record it and I put it out.
And you've been doing some of the Sammy stuff too. I like the Sammy stuff you've been doing.
It's
Caleb,
like
this
it's
is why
like
your
when
dog is cute.
I built like model airplanes and cars. I would just rush and to be fucking glue hanging out of everything and just it would be the ugliest looking model ever. But,
So Sandra Bernhard.
yeah.
Cobra Kai, you know what to do.
What? Rush job? Rushing it?
What kind of job?
It's gonna work and it's gonna sound wonderful.
It's like
looks
a weapon in a zombie video game.
That's
man.
That's
That's
the bat
gonna be
that
like
Snake
Exhibit
Plissken
A
wins.
in your trial. Like
This next straight.
This will be this. When John Beale's in court for
here's the
something,
defendant
this will be
pictured with the
shown.
weapon.
There's no warp and it's very straight. So
That's
this'll work.
the stick that
I'll make it work.
Kurt Russell uses in Escape from New York to end the guy in the boxing ring.
Right.
Escape from
Embeds it in his
BL.
head.
Here's the rest of it. And I got the Screaming Demon for free. Didn't even
Oh
know it.
man!
I was thinking you need a tetanus shot if you touch that thing.
I know, right?
Wait, what's it? Wait, I don't see a
He's dirtier
screaming
than
demon.
Courtney
Oh,
Love.
that the neck one.
Yeah. For some reason they put it in the neck and I opened it up and it's the real deal. So it's for a $50.
Dude, put that in the bridge, man.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
That's an
I'm just
amazing,
gonna swap them.
amazing pickup, dude.
Take it to the bridge.
That's what I hear. Where's that
Where's that
confounded
confounded
bridge?
bridge?
So they only made a Screaming Demon bridge pickup. They didn't make a neck Screaming Demon.
That's why it flew under the radar, and I got it for under $50.
Dane Zimmerman in the chat, and he wants to know where the neck is.
Oh, I was just showing it.
Yeah, it's the murder weapon, Dane.
I just doweled the. There was some extra holes in it, so we'll see. The
She
ones
said-
with black, the ones in black are the ones that are the real holes. So I'm just gonna sand it, and it'll work. It's gonna work. Trust me.
Gonna sound that.
Trust
Dude.
me.
Wait,
It's
can we?
gonna
Can
work.
you,
I got
can you
this
put-
ultimate
Can you
set of
aim it at the
tools.
camera? Can we look down the fretboard?
I just did that.
I want to see the.
Wait. Let's see those. Wait.
Move your thumbs. I want to see the edge, dude. That's how I'll know if it's straight or
edge?
not.
What the crap?
But show the neck straight. There you go. No,
Oh my
turn it. Other way.
Is it that heavy?
That works.
Why do you keep
Nah, you can't tell.
Yeah,
Let's see. Let's see where you're doweling though, man. Because if it's too close, I would have doweled everything.
Maybe I'll do that later. I don't know if this works. I'm just, it was Dane graciously gave me this neck, so I'm gonna make it work. Thank you, Dane.
We love you, Dane. We love your
Or
new
you-
store too.
Or you're gonna split it.
It's better than the other one that had the whole tip broken off. Actually, no, you can't really. I don't know. I don't know if that was like a Kramer standard thing, but you can see the two pieces right there.
I can't even do that anymore.
It's like a semi.
Oops. Try again.
Nice rack, John Deere.
Nice, right?
Oh!
Yes.
I got this one back from Ellie, so I'm back with the.
Chris, let me know when you guys are coming on, man.
Sorry.
Chris is gonna assemble.
Make sure you let Johnny know.
Chris is gonna assemble.
Sure.
The whole Kramer team is gonna join us at one point. Thanks to Chris.
Chris, what did that Kramer neck?
It's gonna be awesome.
Is George going to be in?
It's an XL1, XL2.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna get everybody.
Get George. George Fleece is my favorite Kramer employee. On Facebook. At least.
Sorry, Chris.
What about Chris? Chris is keeping everybody on
I'm sorry,
board.
Chris, but George is
Chris
funny.
is my favorite.
He's not your
Come
favorite.
on. George is funny.
Chris, how do we know Chris isn't funny?
I don't know, Chris. Just friend me, Chris.
Well, how did you do if you know he's not funny?
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Chris, tell us a joke.
Now you funny too.
All right. Foot and mouth. Foot and mouth.
I'll probably be all of you.
Chris will contact Johnny. Hey, I'll bring everybody in when that guy Caleb isn't on.
Yeah, when Caleb leaves.
All right. Fine. I'll sit out.
Oh, boy.
CK is asking what was the 79 soundboard that was surfaced. What is it? West Palm Beach, 79.
Chris might remember me. I'm that Jew Frode kid from 1987 who
There's a picture with both of you, right?
who hung out at the Kramer booth all weekend and just played through the amp, and I was demoing the guitars like for hours and hours and hours, doing just Eddie licks all day.
Oh, you were that guy.
Well, I did it like in consecutive years. I think I did it in 87 and 88. Like,
Oh, we've jumped the shark now. Jeff is saying he's leaving. We jumped the shark.
good night, Jeff. Tell me how the spins are.
Spin.
Talk
By
about
the way,
Alex.
Jufro's a great band name. Be a great band name. And you have to spell it like J-U with an umlaut over the U, F-R-O.
CK, I don't know if it's on YouTube, but I got it on
It
Probably
is.
now.
Trader.
Ace is
Trader,
trying to kill me again for the pop.
You don't want to listen to the YouTube quality. I told Johnny that, but he's afraid of the FLAC files.
I'm afraid of downloading stuff you send us.
Yes, because
The cops to be at your door.
right. No, it's all safe, Johnny. Seriously.
You know, it'll be like that.
Well, if you prefer that YouTube, compressed quality, then that's fine. But I'm telling you, that 79, you got to listen to that with
At 2 a.m, it really doesn't matter. It's you know.
Fine. Hey, it's all good. Whatever you like, you'll get the essence of it. You get the cliff notes of it.
Who's Cliff?
Cliff Notes.
Oh.
That's a real dude. Cliff Notes. Yeah.
Paul's got his library right behind him, right? Oh no, that's the Dummies library. I'm sorry.
Well, what are you looking for?
Cliff Notes came out before the Dummies guides.
Yeah, Cliff Notes were great.
In high school, those were great. Definitely.
It's funny. 2 days ago, Butch Jones posted this picture. How come this wasn't in that collage of pictures from different years with the jumps?
Oh man,
dude,
look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
What song's he playing there?
Cool one.
I wonder.
He's playing Summer Nights, right?
Yeah, he's playing big guitars. Right? Big guitars.
Yeah.
Randy Price asked a question if anybody's opinion on Phil Collin from Def Leppard. Super underrated guitar player, but didn't write all the great songs from Def Leppard. It was Steve Clark. It was the true musical genius.
Who was before
Pete Willis?
Yes.
Yeah, Pete Willis and Steve Clark were really. Phil Collins great as a player, and is a great producer. And he actually played in a band with Phil Lewis
Much better
from LA
guitarist
Guns.
than Pete Willis, but
Pete Willis was a good guitar player,
right? But Phil is a lot more accomplished, I would say.
Well, Phil lasted longer. We don't know what Pete Willis would have done. Phil Collins, good work he did was in a band called Girl with Phil Lewis from LA Guns, who put out 3 records before he was in Def Leppard. Good guitar player, better producer. and great background vocalist. Right guy for the job at the right time. Kept that band together when Steve Clark died.
Bullware asked a question. Caleb, how did you get into the NAMM show in 87, 88? Who did you know to get a pass? Our neighbor, my old friend, and he used to be my babysitter actually, Gary Levine. He was the manager of Valley Arts Guitar Drum Shop, and he got me my passes to the NAMM show in the 80s. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
Yes,
Gary.
Johnny, there was a write-up in, I think, Vintage Guitar, and they were talking about Subway guitars. A recent article on Subway in Vintage Guitar magazine.
Really?
They were talking about Subway guitars. They went into, I mean, a lot of the stuff that you had said, that they had the Dan Electros and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but there was a rare guitar.
That was a shop I worked at in the 90s in Berkeley, Subway Guitars.
I think it was a teardrop 12-string. That they were talking about, and I can't remember which. I'll send it to you.
All that vintage stuff was from that's how I know all that stuff was from. Yeah. I've played all the vintage 60s, 70s, Dan Electros, Tyscos, Sears, all that stuff was through that store.
Was that a Premier Guitar or a Vintage Guitar magazine? I got to see which one.
Yeah, if you find it, send it to me. I'd love to see it. Fat Dog, the owner, he called me some months back. He got my number off my friend Dave Lopez. Fat Dog, yeah.
Is it a DAW or a DO?
DO.
Oh, okay.
Fat Dog. He's a legend in Bay Area guitar in the shop, and everybody knows him. When I did a hangout with Straturday years ago on the channel here, we talked about Fat Dog. I told him, I knew Fat Dog because Straturday used to teach lessons up the street from the shop in the 70s. And
gentlemen, I gotta bail. I gotta let the dogs go.
On your show.
Paul's out.
I was on with Straturday on his show years ago. Years ago. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bye, Paul. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, he left.
Oh. Okay. Goodbye.
Neanderthal, everybody.
Neanderthal, ladies and gentlemen.
Who knows where Jay is?
No, years ago, man, on the channel here. I was on with Michael Anthony twice. I was on with Satriani. I was almost on with Hagar. Almost. Because Chickenfoot used to do what were called Google Hangouts. When Google Hangouts first started, Chickenfoot hosted their own. And if you were a fan, if you were lucky enough, you could jump in, and I was able to jump in with each one of them. And the videos are on the channel here. Yes. But the evolution of that was the start of these shows, for me.
I think I found
doing that stuff.
Yeah. When I first laid eyes on the guitar pictured here, which I will send Johnny.
Where'd Paul go?
What's it
he was missing out. You. He's like, Jay. He's like, where's Jay? Oh, I miss him. I gotta go.
That's what I thought.
The Murph 12-string.
Come on, Paul.
I'll send it to you, Johnny.
What? Jay's dip? What?
What?
Lenny Lou.
Dipping his wick.
Well, that was quick.
What does that mean?
Lenny Lou. Damn. Whoa.
Hey,
Lenny Lou.
Quote of the night.
Hey now.
I haven't heard dipping his wick since 1981.
The Murph.
Oh,
Tysco Del Rey did this. Yeah, Tysco Del Rey. Yeah, he was a huge supporter of Subway back in the day.
Now it's officially Tysco because I always thought it was Tiesco. No?
Well, when
that's
you were
the guy's
reading
name. That's the dude's name.
When he
Tiesco or Tysco Del Rey. That's the guy.
I always said
What is the pronunciation though? Because I always grew up thinking it was Tiesco Del Rey. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
I think the first time we read that interview, we read Tiesco when we were reading it at 13 or 10 or whatever. down the line, it's Tysko. But I know I when I read that in the Ed, which Ed interview, he was talking about the Tysko, his first guitar. Ed's first guitar was
a lot of the interviews.
Tiesco.
Always a question. It was always like, what was your first guitar?
I just remember reading it in print. Yeah, when I was probably 13 years old or whatever. And yeah, Tiesco. Sounded out Tiesco.
I've never heard Tiesco.
That's what it looks like if you sound it out.
I've always heard
TIE, right?
Tysko.
Isn't it TIE?
In the chat, let us know. I've always heard Tysko.
But when I've heard the actual pronunciation, it was Tysko.
And why did we lose like 20 people all of a sudden? What happened?
Right. Well,
Paul left and he took all his other.
Oh.
Yeah, they must all be like in the Phoenix area.
Paul had 20 people, 20 accounts on his computer.
Yep.
Once he leaves. Yeah. Dang, I didn't do the screenshot for Instagram. Dang it.
Is CK a new viewer? I don't know if I've seen CK before.
CK has been here for a while.
Forever, and I missed it. So sorry.
For a little while.
Welcome again,
CK.
He's got a lot. He's alive in the chat tonight. So
we've seen CK here. There you are.
We're all in the UK. We're all Australian, actually. We're all Australian, and we're from down under.
All right, home stretch.
What time is it? Oh, all right.
20 till 18 till.
Well, we talked a lot of Van Halen tonight. That's good.
Oh, yeah, that's always good.
What else is there? Did I?
There's nothing else.
Did I take any? All right, we're done. See ya. Did I take any notes of stuff we could talk about? Sometimes I do. Let's see. Deodorant, lemonade, toothpaste. No, that's my shopping list. I keep it on the same notes. Oh yeah, eruption.
Jay's like, that wasn't funny at all.
Looks like
Josephus.
Looks like John had a cigar in his hand.
Huh?
What's that behind? No. What's that behind you? Is that a book or a
John who?
What are we looking at?
Yeah, that thing.
That's
yeah. Oh, it's a guitar. What?
The strap is the bomber strap from Ed's.
That's a skunk stripe on a neck, right?
What are we looking at?
That's a strap. That's the bomber. That's the.
Whoa!
Oh, he's wearing pants. Thank goodness.
I thought it was the back of a neck.
When you were sitting like that, it looked like you had a cigar in your hand, in your between your fingers.
John, can you demonstrate that strap for us?
Oh, I'd be happy to.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
This is the World War II bomber strap that Ed used. Here, let me even get the 78.
That's the real one, fellas.
It's the real deal. Actually, you can get these. I'll have to find the name, but there's a guy who's selling these. That's where I got them. What you got to do? You pull the thing, and then the claw opens. It's really not practical, but then it locks on. So yeah, it's the spring is just to open the claw, basically like that.
Kind of cool though.
Yeah, it's a cool little. I mean, it's a little overly engineered, but it was like a World War II survival thing. So there you go. It's not going to go anywhere.
And that's a replica strap or an actual thing?
It's an actual thing. Like it's got the information on it, the date or whatever. I don't know, somewhere there.
It's all
inspected September 1950. So this was post World War II.
Wait, that's from 1950?
Yes. According to
Rob Johnson.
Rob probably has. I bet Rob has one of those. What does it say? I can't read. I don't have my glasses.
The original strap block.
Tammy Reynolds in the chat asked me, "What can I do to?" Oh shit! It went up. To keep a Strat's action screws from digging into my hand. What are the action screws on a Strat?
Date of manufacturer, February 3rd, 43. I don't know if that's real, but anyway. Good question.
That looks kind of new for...
It smells old.
Might have been sitting in a roll, man.
I mean, they made millions of these probably. Who knows? I don't know. I'll take his word for it. It's quality stuff. See if I can focus with this thing. Focus. What were you saying, Caleb? You had a good question there. Somebody had a good
Someone
question.
asked me about how to keep the action screws on a Strat from digging into their hand. Are the action screws right at the front of the bridge? Then I wouldn't know. Like, oh, you mean the screws on the saddles? I don't know. I don't know how you do that. Yeah, those the Allen screws on a saddle. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Don't put your hand that far back.
Yeah, just move it up a tad so it's muting well.
I think I'll hold on to this. Why not? Not that I can play anything good.
Can you sing us?
Yeah, I don't have a Strat. I don't have a Strat bridge. I have Floyd's on everything.
No Floyd here. I don't need no stinking Floyd. Actually, I do.
But I do remember that. And Bo Buller, I'll tell Hal to keep an eye out for 2 huge guys that are coming to his stand-up show in Oakland.
Wow. They'll be standing like this.
He keeps asking me to come to that.
Don't scare him.
They'll be that dude.
That's on Friday and Saturday.
You can do the show from that show.
Where is that? Where is it? And if someone can get me in,
oh, Johnny,
I'll go.
Bo, get Johnny an extra ticket.
Bo, are you going? Buy me a ticket. We'll go.
Buy me a ticket. That's not annoying.
I'll go if Johnny goes.
Oh, now you're going to ask Santa Cruz to buy you a ticket.
Bo, can you fix the headstock on one of his guitars too? Or
if somebody buys me a ticket to go, I'll go. I'll go. And
chauffeurs Johnny from
if Caleb messages Hal, we'll go backstage and we'll do a show from there.
Johnny's setting up a scenario that absolutely will never happen.
Yeah. Johnny's making this so all the planets have to be lined
right.
up. There you go. See, now you got to buy everybody else a ticket, Johnny.
Hal,
take the
yeah,
ride.
hey Hal. So you gotta
Can you comp
let
Johnny
in, and you gotta have him do his show from your dressing room.
No,
Okay,
Hal.
Johnny. You know Johnny Beane from YouTube.
Oh, I remember I did that show
guy.
once.
Yeah. No, you have to.
He was there twice.
Look, you have to let him do the show from the side of the stage while your act is going on.
No,
okay?
on the stage.
Oh, on the stage?
Live on the Johnny Beane
On the
channel.
stage while you're doing your thing.
You got to talk about guitars and Van Halen.
It'll be very funny. Just talk about guitars and Van Halen, and it'll be.
And then ask Johnny where he got a ticket from.
Hal, are you there?
He's checking with his manager, obviously. His agent.
Yes, Hal was here.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting in. I don't know.
Well, it's a 2-hour drive, so.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not next door.
I don't know what kind of, like, if there's meet and greets in this kind of world we're in right now anyway. So
I'm surprised there's a show.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
Well, I think like something like
it might be in the parking lot.
Shows are coming back, so
yeah, I mean that's going to be some of the first stuff, the smaller venues and that.
A drive-in comedy show.
Sure.
Yeah.
Instead of
oh no, Liddy Lou. Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh, breaking news. Lord Halen. Breaking up as we speak.
It's your fault, Johnny. Wants a free ticket.
Where's Nerd Halen chat security at this time? We need that.
Hello? Hello? What? Your new guitar player is Stash from Canada? What? What?
Oh man. Sorry, Caleb.
Totally sorry.
That's a rough break. Nerd Halen looking for a new
Exactly,
thing.
yeah.
I'm having fun tonight.
Good. Good.
Hal just tweeted hashtag don't let Johnny Beane in.
Let's get Hal on for the last 10 minutes of the show.
Oh, he'll stretch that out.
Yeah.
He's probably on already. He's live all the time. I see him.
No, he's at his mom's house in Kentucky. So
I've been meaning to check out some of those. What was it? That 80s show, or no, not that 80s show. I love the 80s. I love the 70s. Didn't Hal produce some of that, or he was I don't know.
VH1.
Yeah,
VH1. Probably.
I know he was on it, but
not Hal Face. Hal Sparks, the actor, comedian, and also the singer for Nerd Halen, some crazy stupid Van Halen tribute band.
I watch him once in a while. Okay, so just Hal.
Man.
Yeah.
What a night.
I got cheddar fingers.
Cheddar
Fingers.
8 minutes. We got 8 minutes, and we're losing them, but it's okay.
I got cheddar on my fingers.
Everybody work on your abs.
The cheddar and the caramel or caramel in a bowl together. And,
I haven't cracked that bag yet.
Oh,
I'm saving that.
Good stuff.
I'm saving that.
Oh, crack that bag. Yeah, I don't know about the combo. I haven't gotten the combo.
Good. Oh, that's good stuff.
The cheddar by itself, man. That's the number
white
one
cheddar.
right there. I haven't tried white cheddar, and the caramel's great, but caramel. But
I say caramel.
The orange cheddar is great.
Orange.
It's my number one. I'm gonna have to order
Venue
some more
called
probably tonight.
Alameda Comedy Club. It is just right across the street from my friend's apartment. Oh hell yeah! You can tailgate.
Bo will be going live.
Cool. You could. You'll be. How does it look through the gun sight?
So you can do the
telescoping. Oh my gosh!
From John Bolware's.
Wait a minute, Lenny Lou. What does this mean, man?
Oh, too much information.
Wow. You gotta get Lenny, Lou, and Mary on the show sometime. We gotta understand what's going on.
We have to start having.
Those are two of the greatest viewers that we've got.
We have to have some of the chat members in on the show sometime. That's just got to start happening. I think that'll be fun.
Hey, I'm still here.
Definitely. I mean, yeah. If we know you, especially channel members,
get in touch with Johnny. He'll make it work.
Send us messages. Send us. I love you all. But yeah, send us. DM me. I can send you the link. Jump in with us. I know Mary. Is it Mary Lou? Lenny Lou. Lenny Lou and Mary.
I know Mary too.
I know they're real people because I saw pictures of them at the. You guys were at the Van Halen con, right? At Joe Suma's place. I had seen pictures of them there. Yeah, and the DVD, yeah, the Johnny Beane popcorn code is actually there is no code. It's just mention Johnny Beane or Jay Hannon when order.
Yeah, there's a comments line for the order and just write it in the comment. That's what I did.
Yeah, right before you hit the I guess the final button to have the transaction go through, just put Johnny's name or my name in there, and you'll get hooked up. He told me he's gonna get us a promo code eventually, but for now they just give you extra shit.
And real quick for Bo Bulware, because he asked me like once a month, he wants a signed poster of the band, of a picture that like one of our only pictures of the four of us together. There's no poster yet, so there's nothing for us to sign. So there's then I have to get it around to the guys, and Hal's like in Las Vegas, and
the signatures are a separate thing, but
Okay.
You can make a poster. I'll make a poster for you, Caleb.
Oh. All right. We'll talk.
And then I'll mail it to everybody.
Great. More work.
Because I love Nerd Halen that much.
It's something I plan on having, but it's just
it's in the works.
We haven't gotten it together yet, so
we'll get that for you, buddy.
Decals or decals? Well, on the show, it's decals.
It's decals.
But if I were to
thank you, Steve,
say it off the air, I would say decals.
Decals and chapless, dude. Those are the. Come on.
No, there was something else too.
There's a lot of Canadian English that we learned from our friend Steve Anderson. Steve, where you at, man? We miss you.
Yeah, Steve. Steve-O. Steve
the original Saturday night host.
The Stevenator.
That was Friday, though.
Yeah.
But
I think didn't he coin Saturday night or no? Like the term, like the. I think he did the first couple Straturdays.
Yeah, he was on when we switched.
I'm going to give him credit because Steve, if it wasn't for Steve, I wouldn't be here. Thank you.
Yeah, that was the late show on Friday, the Friday night late show.
Yeah, we years ago, guys. You realize that was like 2 years ago?
Yeah, dude, I've been on this thing since August or September, August of 2017.
Holy shit.
My first appearance, I think, was April of 18.
Jesus.
Mine was January of 18, I believe.
Wow. And Johnny's was 1996.
3 years, Johnny. 3 years. Holy shit.
My first appearance on here was 2006. But as far as doing these live weekly things, it would have been 2014. 13 or 14 or 15. Well, 16, 15.
Okay. You sure?
Somewhere
sure?
in there.
You don't sound
somewhere. It was before I lived here in Santa Cruz. We would do them, but it wasn't every week. It was like on a Saturday here or there. And it wasn't
Straturday.
It was me and Zipkin and some other dude. And I think I erased those shows because they were just so bad. And then, yeah, it just.
So the internet's not forever.
You can find it if you look hard enough.
I'm getting tons of texts here. Bent Tom, huh?
Way back.
2 minutes, people.
New
I
project?
still can't believe it's been this long since I started. Holy
Same
crap!
here, man.
That's insane.
I think Jay, you and I probably we both started. We found Johnny's channel in 2017 at sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Bent Tom is making a Frankenstein.
Looking good, man.
Ooh.
Is that white or gray? Is he going for the?
That's primer.
60 seconds.
I want to say.
Okay, Caleb can't wait to get out of here, man.
Primer.
I can't wait to get to the post.
Post show. Oh, you guys don't even know. You in the chat, you don't even know.
Do you guys want to do a live post?
Please.
Or not?
No.
Wait a minute. What's going on? Because I was gonna say we can invite everybody to somewhere else.
Oh, you mean like a raid?
Raid. Johnny's gonna raid his own post show.
Like a Twitch.
Oh.
Ooh.
Where we can play music and do like all kinds of crazy crap.
Man, what time is it?
Not tonight.
3 a.m. here.
I'm beat. I gotta wake up and paint more tomorrow, which I
Maybe
hate.
we should do that. We should do that for like the last hour of a show.
That's what I've been thinking is doing like a last hour like over
at 11
somewhere else
or 2.
Yeah, maybe.
And then we'll split the proceeds, right? Just kidding.
Oh, there's nothing.
Yeah. No. All right.
You can show your nuts on Twitch. Oh, I'm there.
Wow. Tune in.
All right.
Take us out.
All right. I guess we're gonna get out of here because I guess there's gossip talk.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad.
Oh, here we go.
If you only knew.
Where's Paul?
Paul didn't stick around for the gossip.
Doesn't know what he's gonna miss.
Paul
So the
Lynn.
gossip's gonna be about Paul.
He's still watching.
Oh man. Well, hey, channel members, we love all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting these shows and this channel. And Mary woke up to that. Lenny Lou says,
"Sorry, 2 brain cells. You get the smallest font."
The number 2 font, the 2-sized font.
Could we?
It is pretty
smaller.
It is pretty remarkable that there's 100 people around the world that share this time with us live. That's pretty cool. Even if, I mean, that's
man. Thank you.
That's pretty special, and I appreciate everybody out there that's watching live with us. I think that's very cool of you to spend your Saturday night with us. So
I agree, Caleb. Well said. Thank you all for joining us. We love every one of you, and we love talking about Van Halen guitars, gear, all of that stuff. Everything we talk about,
farts,
whatever we talk about, even if it's stupid, but we have a lot of fun, and that's what Straturday night's all about. So, join us next week, and join Johnny on all of his shows. I have a lot of fun here, man. Thank you, and I look forward to this every week. So. That's from the heart, from the Kramer. Anyway,
even talking about Jay stopping on the way home from work to take a shit at his in-laws' house.
Where else can you get stories like these? I mean, it's good
stuff. Exactly. I wouldn't just share that on any old internet show.
Lenny Lou, thank you. I mean, yeah, that says it all. All the personalities on the Johnny Beane channel,
or lack thereof.
Don't forget to join, and you can have access to all the emojis just like that.
Dudes with us, I love that.
we still gotta get Boner Jams up in there, man. I think he's done enough shows on here to earn a spot.
And also, yeah, the guy, the Dreams guy too. Honorable mention to the Dreams guy
and stuff.
Yeah.
Quality stuff.
Edward,
quality stuff guy.
Yeah, I'll try to get the farting chair fixed by Friday, because it's getting on my nerves.
Little WD-40 will do that. WD. Slow that down. Sounds like an elephant. Oh, that hurt.
All right. Night.
Man. Turn those headphones down. All right.
Hey, John.
Thanks, folks.
Lean over one way.